Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your host, Demetrius, with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. Man, I hope y'all having an amazing Saturday, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Yeah, the Carolina Panthers, man. Are they tanking? That's the conversation for today, man. That's the conversation for today. What's going on, Bucky, with your girl? What's going on, yo? Redman boy, what's poppin'? Say, where you been at? Hey, man, I've been working, man. I've been working, trying to make stuff happen, you feel me? We about to get into this, man. Shout out to you guys. I know I've been gone for a little bit, man. I've been working, got a lot going on, stuff like that. But I have not taken my eyes off this Panthers team. As a matter of fact, I actually started looking at some more stuff more intently last night. And, of course, over this week right here, as we did trade Deontay Johnson over to the Baltimore Ravens, which is kind of one of the reasons why I went ahead and did this live. And I know people have been talking about, this Deontay Johnson trade and, maybe some possible other trades. A trade in which I think is going to happen very, very soon is a trade with Adam Thielen. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he's probably next up out of here, either him or Miles Sanders. One of the two, man. It's just evident. It's evident, and it's evident for the one reason that I said at first. Why trade Deontay Johnson, your best weapon, for nothing? I mean, literally for nothing. I think we moved up 3 spots after the trade with the Baltimore Ravens. So we're going to get into this, man. There's a lot of signs that show that the Panthers are trying to go ahead and get this number 1 pick for whatever reason. I do not know, because I don't think a quarterback is going to help this team out this season or this upcoming year. I don't think that. I don't think that we need to be on the Cam Ward train. I don't think we need to be on the Shedeur Sanders train. I don't think we need to be on the Ewers train. I don't think we need to be on any of those trains. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that the Panthers need to focus in on a quarterback this upcoming year. Okay? I just don't. I don't think so. So let's get into this. The Panthers are, to me, tanking. They are. They are tanking. You don't make that decision to go and trade Deontay Johnson, your best wide receiver, to a perennial AFC team, in my opinion, in the Baltimore Ravens, who I do think will be in the playoffs and who I do think will go deep into the playoffs, possibly will make it to the Super Bowl, barring they finally get over the hump of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they could do it. They got some firepower. I mean, they already had firepower before Deontay Johnson, but man, I mean, Deontay Johnson added to the list. I mean, these guys may make it all the way. All right, so B Print, what's up, man? So when you make a move like that, that tells me one or two things. That tells me, one, that you're a liar. I'm going to be honest with you. That tells me, one, that you're a liar, because if you guys remember during OTAs and during the offseason, Deontay Johnson was brought in and was told he was going to be the X. He was going to be the guy. He was going to be the guy to help Bryce out, to get Bryce going, right? He said he was going to be that guy. Be open all the time. What's up, Bleezo? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Country Queeks? What's up, y'all? Was going to be the guy to make things happen. And less than 8 weeks, in 8 weeks, the guy's no longer here, which just shows the turnover. Man, the turnover here in Carolina is absolutely ridiculous, man. I mean, it's atrocious. It's atrocious, the turnover rate here in Carolina is. Back in the day, man, and this may be a little bit of nostalgia right here, man, but back in the day, we had players that at least, at minimum, was here for 3 seasons, at minimum. I mean, we got guys that are coming to Carolina and they're gone in the same year. And they're not bad players. Who else are you talking about, PPP, outside of Deontay Johnson? Yeah, Baker Mayfield. I don't know for the life of me While we got rid of Baker, while we got rid of and this may have been, I'm trying to think, was Robbie Anderson here for 2 years or was it just that 1 year? I can't really remember off back. I want to say it was that 1 year, and then we got rid of him after we traded. We fired Matt Rule, brought in Steve Wilkes. Less than 2 games later, he's gone. You know, him and everything else like that or whatever. But just in season, like you just acquired these guys in the off season, and then they're gone mid-season and they're successful. Besides Robbie Anderson, I mean, besides Baker Mayfield, I don't think Robbie Anderson is on the team right now. At least I don't think. But I mean, just look at the turnover rate here in Carolina. You think Robbie was here for 2? He could have been here for 2. But just look at the turnover rate here in Carolina as of the last half decade. It's atrocious. It's something that needs to be studied. Because I don't know how you get those type of numbers like that, man. I don't understand how you get that type of turnover. It's definitely front office inadequacies. That's exactly what it is. Front office inadequacies. But, you know, hey man, listen, that's where we at right now. And unfortunately, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Dave Canales, to me, now that I have a whole, let's see, we have 2 months and a week now looking at Dave Canales. I think it's appropriate now for me to go ahead and kind of say what I want to say about his coaching tenure so far. Many people probably won't agree with me, but this is kind of where I'm at. I think Dave is a liar. I think Dave Canales is a liar. He's lied a lot. He's kept a lot of things close to the chest. He hasn't divulged a lot of information. And then when things change, it's almost like a light bulb just switches and he just goes with that flow. It's almost like water. You guys ever see water that runs down a crack, you know, in the ground or on the side of a let's just say a side of a mountain, right? Water's going to go down the easiest path with no resistance. And that's what Dave Canales is to me. He's nothing but water that runs down the easiest path with no resistance. None. He don't put up no resistance. None. Because there's no way in that Denver game, I'm going to be honest with you, this is how I feel. There's no way in that Denver game you sit there and you just say, well, yeah, I mean, they were trying to put up, we were trying to put up points. They were trying to put up points. And you don't feel like the fire, you know what I mean, behind your team. You don't feel that same type of, man, these boys trying to run the score up on us. They already up. You don't feel that same fire. You feel me? Everything is, oh, you know, we try to do it, so they try to do it. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's just a little too soft and passive for me. It just is. It just is. And unfortunately, I don't see Dave Canales getting up out of here no time soon. One head coach that I know I did want was Mike Vrabel, and I guarantee you Mike Vrabel would have said something about it, about Sean Payton trying to run the score up, you know. But, hey, it is what it is, man. But I do believe in the fact that the Carolina Panthers are tanking. Now, why the reason why they're tanking is unknown. Like the end goal for tanking is unknown right now. Are they tanking to get the number 1 pick to draft a quarterback? Are they tanking to acquire draft picks to make this team better on both sides of the ball? That you feel me? It's a couple different scenarios that I see the Panthers possibly trying to go down. But make no mistake about it. If you're asking, are the Panthers taking? Yes. Why? You put Cade Mays back at center. You got Brady Christensen, I believe, at tackle, taking Icky's spot. You know, I listen, man. We got Bryce Young back at quarterback, which is something that I wasn't expecting to see, when Andy Dalton came in and we started to see kind of what we had in some of these players. Unfortunately, we lost someone who was a very, very, very dependable hands in that Raiders game, which was Adam Thielen. Now, this goes for everybody who has an issue with Adam. This goes for everybody or to everybody who has an issue with Adam Thielen. Let me tell you something. Adam Thielen playing inside that Cincinnati Bengals game, we win that game. We win that game. Let me be honest with you. And the reason why I say that is because we wasn't using or utilizing the proper players that we had on the team. You go out there and you put your hopes and your aspirations in a Jonathan Mingo to be your quote unquote number 2 in a sense. Then you relied on, Xavier Legette, to catch passes, and both of those guys dropped the ball. You didn't have faith to put Coker in because Coker wasn't elevated at the time. At least I don't think he was. Yeah, he was not elevated. Coker was still on the practice squad. So when you sit back and you look at this team as it was constructed after that Raiders game, you can bet your bottom dollar that if Adam Thielen played, we would have had a better outcome. That's why I don't get some of you fans who talk trash about Adam Thielen, because you see the production dwindles down drastically when he ain't on the field. Now that we have Coker, someone who I was extremely high on, did 2 or 3 lives on this guy, did one after we got him as an undrafted free agent, did one when he came back, when he came back to the team after he got cut. And I think we did another one just breaking down, his intangibles. We did 3 lives on him. And now I'm starting to see content creators come around and really, put their okay on Jalen Coker. That dude is a pass-catching wide receiver. Hands-catching wide receiver. You throw the ball in his vicinity, he's going to come down with it. So, I don't understand the evaluation of talent that the Panthers are kind of slow in acknowledging. I just don't get it. Like why isn't Jordan Matthews, now he's been elevated, he's been activated to the 53-man roster. He's been activated. He was activated today per Mike K. Why don't you have your best players out there understanding, you got Tommy Tremble, you got JT Sanders, I get it. But has this man not shown you that he's on his comeback, type of, world tour in a sense? He's going out there playing, performing well. Why has he been sidelined on the practice squad? A veteran tight end, something that we haven't had any tight end play at all. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from when I talk about Canales and how pissed off I am right now with Canales. I don't get it. And some of the moves right now that are happening. What's up, Howard? Good to see you, Howard. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit for you guys. Some of the moves that are happening right now are happening extremely too late. Mathematically, if you want me to be mathematical about it, in the NFC South, we're really not out. Now, listen, take this with a grain of salt. We're not winning much more games, all right? We're not. Mathematically, though, we still have an opportunity and we can kind of capture, a couple NFC South wins. We got to get the next 3 in order for it to happen. We got to catch the South. The next 4. We got 4 more left. We got the Saints, we got 2 Bucks, and we got 1 Atlanta. Okay? And we got a litany of other games. Mathematically, the Panthers are not out if they can go on a streak. Let's just be totally honest. Will that happen? Heck, no, that's not going to happen. But why aren't some of these moves happening before week 8, week 9? Like, did you not know you had Jordan Matthews on the team? Did you not know that you had Damani Richardson on the team? Did you not know that you had Jalen Coker on the team? Did you not know these things? It's just it's stupid to me, man. It's dumb to me. It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Hey, guys, also real quick, man, I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel, man. Of course, you guys have heard that, unfortunately, the channel is not monetized with Super Chat, Super Stickers, stuff like that, but we are still monetized. Cash App. Help us reach our goal of $100 per live. $100 per live helps us continue on doing what we're doing. You know, I don't go live as much anymore, but we are ramping back up. You know, things are, you know, personal things are starting to get better now, and we'll be ramping back up, you know, with some mid-season, in-season content. Okay? But help us reach our goal, $100 per live. Cash App is Panthers Prime 1. Venmo is Panthers Prime 1. And we also have a PayPal, which is Panthers Prime Podcast. That's the @ Panthers Prime Podcast. Okay? So help us reach our goal of $100 per live today. We'll open up the lines, let you guys come talk, vent, do what you got to do. And, yeah, man. And then we'll get up out of here. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Shout out to Howard. He said, why isn't Jack Plummer our QB right now? There's multiple reasons why Jack Plummer isn't. I'm under the impression right now, why not? You know? And I know people say, PPP, you flip-flop. No, it ain't flip-flopping. It's about timing, all right? And that's the one thing I hope you guys understand about me. I don't put any. I'm not going to put the egg or the chicken before the egg. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to crown a player or place a player in a position before I can see what that player can do. All right, and I haven't seen what Jack Plummer could have done in the preseason. When you go back and you watch preseason tape, there was a lot of passes that Jack Plummer made that were questionable passes. But as of right now, I mean, right now we're 1-6, 1-7. What the heck do we have to lose? Heck, put somebody mom out there to throw the ball. Do something. Make something pop. You feel me? Nick Tri-State, what's up, man? Michael Atkins to say, I like Coker. I like Coker too, man. Dez, what's up, man? I think Canales wants to be liked so bad that he doesn't do what needs to be done for the team to succeed. Man, he's doing some interesting things, man. I tell you that. What's going on, Quantum? Good to see you, Quantum. What's up, man? What's going on, my brother? Brandon Sampson says, let's see here. I feel the same way about Blackshear not playing. Yeah, I mean, you know, Blackshear not being in the lineup for running back, to me, it's a little iffy. We only have really one running back, which is Chuba Hubbard, but you guys know all that stuff already. All right, so that's kind of where I'm at when it comes down to, are the Panthers tanking? I put that in the poll. Yes, in fact, the Panthers are tanking. They are. The determining factor for me is, what's the reasoning why? Are you trying? And listen, I won't get that answer until we get into the all season, until we start doing free agent signings, and until the draft comes up next year, April. I won't know the reason why until then. But we'll look back on this live. Are the Panthers tanking, and figure out the reason why at that time? Is it to get Shedeur Sanders? Is it to get Ewers? Is it to get, you know, the guy from Miami? You know, Cam Ward. Is it to get him? Is it to get a QB? Me, I'm under the impression, don't go get a quarterback this year. I know that's not what a lot of people want to do. Don't go get a quarterback. Not in the draft, not early on, not a first round pick. Why? Why? You've been unsuccessful with it. If you can grab one late round that you feel is competitive, that can flourish like a Brock Purdy, that's low risk, high reward, big upside, do that. But don't go out here and sell the whole entire crib and don't have nothing on the backside to show for it. Don't go out there and dismantle this team even more for something that, it's not going to work. And listen, I'm going to hold this statement for probably the rest of my life because I love it and it makes so much sense. Sheena Quick, who is a credentialed media, member of the media, who has locker room access, I believe she was at either the Combine or the Super Bowl. She asked the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, how did he accomplish never having a losing season in his tenure as a head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Profound statement that he made. I never built my organization around a quarterback. It's the system. He never builds his organization around a quarterback. And people say, oh, he had this, he had that, this, that, the other. Okay, whatever. But that's what the man said. Never had a losing season. So I don't care what anybody who's going to come on stage and say to that. If that's his reasoning, you have no grounds to stand on for why you feel that that's incorrect. That's what the man said. He doesn't build his organization around a quarterback. Never had a losing season. So I think the Panthers need to follow that model and get on board. All right, let's talk about this game tomorrow. A game in which, who cares? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Who cares, man? Let me actually give proper analysis on this game tomorrow because I really don't care about the game tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're gonna lose. I have been looking at the injury report for the Panthers, and it has gotten better. Of course, we do have Icky out. There's a couple of people out. A couple people are not playing. DJ Wanham, of course, it's not being activated yet. Jonathan Brooks is still out. Adam Thielen's not playing. A couple other people, right? Offensive line dropped down to like 23 this past week as far as pass protection. And it's evident in the people who are there. It's just evident. You got Cade Mays at center, and people say, well, that's his primary position. He's trash. Cade Mays is trash. Do I need to go back and show you guys tape from last year? He's a dirty player. He'll try to tick your ankles out. If Cade Mays can't make the block, he's gonna try to hurt you. He a dirty player. And I'll tell him to his face because I ain't scared of him. He a dirty player. And he's sorry. He sucks as an offensive lineman. He sucks. You got Brady Christensen that I think is filling in for Ike Ekwonu, who's out. Yeah. Bryce Young behind that center right there, man. Behind that, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Why? Because I believe that now. Remember how the Saints deployed. Now I know the Saints are missing a good bit of people as well, but remember how the Saints deployed that blitz on us. Blitzing with the safety. Everything got picked up besides the unblocked person, which is a huge applause for that offensive line at a time when we was healthy, right? We're banged up now. I don't believe that same fortified line is going to be on display on tomorrow. I don't think so. I think Bryce Young is going to be blitzed. I think he's going to be running around the pocket for his life. I feel 3 picks tomorrow. In comes Andy Dalton as a savior. That's what I feel. Then next week we'll be talking about the elevation of Plummer more. That's what I feel is going to happen. I don't believe Bryce Young is going to be dominant in this game. I don't. Coker's going to get a couple. He's going to be the guy. He's going to look good, but it's not going to be enough. It's just not. The run game is going to be horrible because they know that that's what it takes for us to get going. They're going to stop the run. They're going to force Bryce Young to throw. He's going to throw up some crazy wild picks. Bryce Young's going to be out, benched again, and in comes Dalton. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. So, you know, shout out to Quantum, man, for that Cash App, man. Quantum said, for the love of what you do, bro, man. I appreciate that, Quantum, man. Thank you so much for that Cash App, man. Thank you so much, man. We got to drop a bomb for that, man. Appreciate you for that cash. I really do, man. Hey, don't let Quantum be the only one. Hey, we're $90 away. $90 away, man, from our goal of $100 per live. Help us reach our goal today. Help us reach our goal. $100 per live. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it, man. This new upcoming situation with the Panthers, because I do believe that next week we'll see Plummer. What's up, 336 Boston? What's going on with you, man? Candy Girl, what's up, Candy Girl? Candy Girl said, I don't care about it either. Hornets, the Hornets play the Celtics tonight? Oh, snap. 336 is going to be in there with his shirt off. Oh, man. Yeah, he gonna be in there with his shirt off. They're gonna score 336 out of there. Yeah. Yeah, man. Real quick, let's finish up real quick before I let you guys up. Real 336. I do believe that Derek Carr will be playing in this game. I think Taysom Hill does come back as well. This is just to finish up with my Saints versus Panthers outlook. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to run the ball heavy. I think they're going to run the ball, and we're going to have to figure out a way to do kind of what we did last week. Shout out to Shy Tuttle. I know I give Shy Tuttle a lot of flack on this channel, but he was really the only dog that we really saw last week on defense. So, yeah, give it up to Shy Tuttle last week, man, with the forced fumble, getting in there with the peanut punch or the Tuttle whack, whichever one you want to call it. The Tuttle whack-away, the whacker. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was a good opening start for the defense. Of course, it kind of went away after that, but this team, man, this team needs some help. It really does. Team needs some help. I do expect the Saints to run on us. I'm expecting Derek Carr to probably pop one or two decent runs. All right, maybe 7 yards, 10 yards. Moving the chains, keeping the drive going. So yeah, my next win for the Panthers, guys, is really coming next week. I do believe that we can possibly win over the road. The total rebuttal. yeah, that's a good one. The total rebuttal. Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, I mean, it to me, there has to be. There has to be. Well, not there has to be. I do believe that the Saints are going to run over us. It's going to be bad. They're going to be boos in the stadium. It's not going to be even close. It's not going to mirror 47-10, but it's going to be doggone near close. We got Bryce Young at quarterback. And I mean, listen, if anything, now, I will say this. As I drop the link, and I'm also put the link inside the community section for you guys, so you guys can either click it. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna do that right there. Let me go here to the community section real quick, and I'm gonna drop it in the community section as well. Panthers Prime Podcast. So here it is, paste. And guys, real quick, man, if you guys want to be moderators, because I am doing a moderator sweep, it's a lot of moderators. Even before I went on a little sabbatical that I haven't seen in a minute over here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with some of the mods. But I'm about 3 more lives. If I don't see certain people, I'm gonna have to drop moderator badges. So if you do want to be a moderator here over at the channel, it is $30 to the Cash App. Just make sure you put mod inside the descriptions, and because we're getting ready to turn up. We're getting ready to turn up in a good way over here. Link is in the chat, but this Panthers team has to really figure out what they're going to do on tomorrow. When it comes down to this game. And Dave Canales is going to have, I mean, that smile is going to be wiped away from his face. It's going to be wiped away. Yeah. It's going to be wiped away from his face, man. When he really starts to get down into the nitty-gritty of what happened last year and how it's mirroring again this year. We saw Frank Wright from last year, guys. He turned gray by week 10. Had a head full of black hair when he first started. This is a tiring job over here at Carolina. This is a tiresome job over here at Carolina, man. And I think it's attributed to a lot of things. That's a lot of things. A lot of reasons why the Panthers aren't as good as they should be. It's a lot of reasons. I don't know if I saw someone talk about Miles Sanders. I don't know if Miles Sanders is on the trade block. He might be. I don't know. I do believe that Adam Thielen is. I believe that Adam Thielen is. Miles Sanders could be. But it's like, if we're going to do these trades, we need to get something for these trades, man. It's like we're trading players with our pants down, and people just they take it what we got. It's like we got our pants down, we got our hands tied behind our backs, and they just taking what they want from the doggone refrigerator. And our dog ain't doing nothing but licking their hand. We ain't got no resistance. I still don't understand that Deontay Johnson trade. And if he doesn't stay with the team, how they can get a conditional 2020, I think it's 2026 if I'm not mistaken, or 2025, one of the two. So every team that gains something from us, or we do a trade, they always win out in some way, shape, or form. They always win out. I honestly, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get why with Brant Tillis being like the guru of trades, we brought him over here because he gave Patrick Mahomes $1 billion. Like, why isn't some of that stuff translating in our favor over here? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know, man. I think it could be a level of, when there's like a stench of something over a certain area, how it's hard to get that stench from like for years. Let's just say you in an area that just smells bad for the past 6 years, and then you finally decide, let me clean this area up some. It's still gonna be stank. it's still gonna be stink for a while. And I think that's kind of where we're at right now when it comes down to, this Carolina Panthers team. Like, we stink so bad with everything that we do. I don't like it. Howard, what's up, man?
What's going on, PPP? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, man, trying to put the paint where it ain't, man. How about you? Yes, sir. Trying to put the paint where it ain't.
Man. I hear it in your voice, PPP, man. You're fed up.
Yeah, I am fed up. I am. Mm-hmm.
You're fed up. And rightfully so. As one of the top fans, I'll give you that. You one of the top fans. I mean, yeah, you got every right to be fed up, peed off, can't understand what the heck is going on, all kind of crap, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, I don't understand how you bring in a Deontay Johnson, a premier trade, in my opinion. One who you said, you told this guy that you're going to be the guy here in Carolina. Why is he going after week 8?
Mm-hmm. I think it has a lot to do with Deontay. He probably was ready to go his damn self.
Well,
he might have been in there bickering and saying all kind of things. We just don't know, And I think they probably said the best thing to do is just get this guy up out of here, man.
Yeah, he used the word saying, we gather all the information. I'm like, what information did you need to gather to say we're going to trade this guy, let him go, and only get a 5th round pick, which is literally the end of the 5th round, going into the 6th, three spots away from where you
and gave them a 6th.
And gave him a 6. You gave him Deontay Johnson and a 6, and you only got three extra spots. You couldn't get to a 4th?
Crazy, man. It don't make no sense to me, man.
Quantum, what's up, Quantum?
What up, PP? Howard, what's happening, man? Hey, listen, man. I'm good, brother. How you guys feeling this Saturday afternoon, man? How's everything
good,
with you guys?
Man. Feeling good, man.
Hey, PPP and Howard, listen, man. I'm sick and tired of everybody taking liberties with us, man. PPP, I about fell out laughing what you just said.
That's what it feels like. It does. It feels like our pants is down. They got our hands tied. And they just taking what they want to take,
brother. It feels as if we're being violated willfully. It's like we on some GHB or something. We can't stop it.
2 years ago when we was going through, getting rid of Rule, I thought we was on the right path. I'm not going to even lie. I thought we was on the right path and getting straight. Man, but we got worse, didn't we?
We got worse, man.
We got worse, man.
And brother.
Yeah.
God, dang.
Let me ask you guys a question, man. What do you guys think the purpose, the true intent was behind trading Deontay? What was that all about? I still don't know.
That seemed like a rush job to just look, let's get this guy up out of here. I think it's him not wanting to deal with everything that's going on. Plus his contract. He's not gonna get he wasn't gonna get no contract here. I mean, I guess he said, man, I could go somewhere else and I could flourish. I could flourish somewhere else.
I don't know. He probably would have gotten a contract here with Carolina.
I believe he would have.
I believe he would have, because there was no one that was better at route running and separation here in Carolina than Deontay Johnson. He had, how many touchdowns did he? I think it was like 6 touchdowns that he had.
Like that.
With a bad team, so all the upside was in Deontay Johnson's corner. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know at all what the reasoning was. I'm still baffled.
I think he was talking trash. That's about that's as close as you. What else is what else? You know what I'm saying? What else? So you telling me that the Panthers made this decision?
I don't think they did, Howard.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So they made it, man. They made a decision based off of Johnson.
Yeah. I see what Trill is saying in the comments that he was a cancer. Listen, I can't verify that. Like no one is indicating that he was that. Even Sheena Quick said that even in the locker room, He was jovial. He was smiling. He was attentive. You know, like no one is saying that. So I don't know.
It had to have been some behind the scenes stuff that wasn't revealed to the public or something. Maybe
that's
it was
what it
in the
was,
locker
man.
room.
Yeah,
because it didn't translate to the field. Like on the field, we never saw indications or mannerisms of discomfort or disgruntled behavior from him at all. But it had to have been something going on. Maybe there was a meeting with one of Dave Tepper's famous dinners. I mean, not Dave Tepper, but Dave Canales.
Dave Canales at the cookout, right?
yeah.
Had a big cup of Panther poison. Was like, look, Deontay.
Oh my
Listen,
God,
man, we love you, brother, but hey, man, you know what's going on? How you feeling?
Yeah,
Something went sideways, man.
And two, you know,
What up, Nick?
it might have been a business type of move, saying, "Look, we can get all this production from Leggett."
I knew you were going to say that, Howard.
I mean, I'm just coming up with that because
I'm saying the same thing.
You can get this production from Leggett. We drafted him.
I don't think you should get that. Listen, Leggett and Deontay Johnson's skill set is two totally different skill sets.
That's a fact.
And what you ultimately drafted Leggett for, you're not even utilizing him in that capacity. Leggett is not a route running technician. Leggett is a go down the field, high point the ball, and little boy the defense. That's right. Leggett.
Okay,
right.
You know,
here's the thing on that.
We always. Oh, go ahead, Nick. Nick, what's up? Anyway, man, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say you're 100% all right on that prime, but you know what, bro? On some real, his route running is increasingly gotten better as the season's going on. So, to me, that shows he's working and he wants to be great. I think the Deontay move, it's all financials. I think, right? You're looking at Leggett and Coker. You're looking at two guys. Probably you don't got to sign. You don't got to look to paying for 3 years. So now it's money you could spend somewhere else. You know what I mean? Where we
Nick.
Where we need to spend money on defense and stuff.
Very
and possibly
nice. Very
draft a wide
nice.
receiver in the second or third round this year. And now you're looking at a situation where you got guys for 2-3 years with Sanders and Brooks.
Yeah.
You got the young guys. You don't need to think about draft.
Sanders, Sanders,
right now, but I don't know with Sanders still, but I like it. I like it.
God, Sanders.
I like it.
Sanders got to get his mind right. Yeah, come on, man. Sanders got to get his mind right,
You know
y'all.
what it is with him, bro?
I want him to
really
succeed.
He shies away from physicality. He's purely like he wants to be outside. Like if it was up to him, I feel like he wouldn't even be lined up at tight end. He'd be lined up outside.
He could be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
You
like
know,
he's a wide receiver.
He could be our big, tall wide receiver. Now, but you know what? Listen, we're talking, and I'm starting to think, Deontay, listen, man, in Leggett, you got the speed, you got the physicalness, and like Nick says, the man route running is not bad. We already done kick him down. We're talking about his route running, but he was number 2. So he was not getting the action he was supposed to get when Deontay was on the field. Now that is him, I'm taking it he's number 1, right? He's number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be number 1 now. Yeah.
He's gonna get more targets. You're gonna see him do a lot more things.
Hey, Howard, did you see him? Did you guys see him go up and high point that ball last week? How he caught that one?
God, that was a pro catch.
The fact
I was like, wow, that was awesome, man.
His touchdown he scored. He was 1-on-1 with Pat Surtain.
Surtain, I saw that,
and he little boyed him. He little boyed him like
little
boyed
him.
It's not like he was a slouch corner. He was out there with arguably the best corner in the league by himself, 1-on-1, and he scored.
And he snatched the ball away.
Nick, let's go back to post-draft conversations that me and you had.
Yep. And that's what. Yep.
Remember, I did an 8-hour live. I was up there in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's the same. That's the day before me and you met, and we had a conversation about Coker. We said we really do like this dude, man. Like he has good hands, and I didn't know nothing about no Holy Cross at all. But man, when I started watching what this dude was doing, I was like, oh snap! Like
he might be that gem.
He actually gives you. He actually can give you more than Deontay too.
Yo, that's what I was about to say. Hey, Howard, y'all know something? I have a point to add on this that I think is relevant. I believe after they have gone through the first half of the season watching Deontay, and then they got to look at Jalen Coker and was like, maybe we can get similar production out of him for cheaper. Much cheaper.
Right.
He got old school wide receiver, but you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Amani Toomer from the Giants, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's solid like that.
Skill set. Yep. Solid, man.
Solid.
Didn't drop anything. He caught everything.
You know, these guys, you got some players, right? That are worried about, like Deontay. They're only worried about a contract. They can play, but they still just worried about. When you got guys like Leggett and Coker, these guys ain't thinking about a damn contract right now. They just want to get out there and play football and show you what time it is.
Huh? Hold on, Howard. I don't think that it's a problem to be worried about a contract when this is your only job that you have. You should be worried about the money. You feel me? Like that should be top priority. That should be top priority. Why? Because this is how you take care of your family. So I ain't got a problem with a guy worried about his check as long as you produce. Deontay Johnson was producing. I ain't worried about it.
I think he's talking about his rookie. He's talking about rookies.
I'm talking about the rookies.
Veterans.
You know, the rookies ain't worried about. They're worried about. Look, I'm going to right now. I can be
that bag. They're worried about playing well, so they get that bag.
You got a man who's trying to play 1 year, trying to get a check. You know, 1 year, like that's different from them rookies. They ain't thinking about that right now. They thinking about going out there and performing and showing everybody how good they really are. You know,
no doubt about
and
it.
as the years go on, now they'll say, okay, well, I deserve this, I deserve that. But you get to see them boys perform.
But here I am with Prime on this, my fault, Prime. Because this is where I agree with Prime on this. You don't think there's a little bit in Jalen Coker's mind, in the back of his mind, somewhere lingering, saying, "Hey, if you ball out, kid, you're gonna get that bag." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Listen,
Yeah.
$300,000 is not a lot of money for 3 years
compared to $8 million a year.
Isn't he a rookie? He a rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
is.
What I mean by they're not, I'm not saying that they're not thinking about their money, but right now, they're trying to solidify themselves as the wide receiver core on this team. Okay, they're going to be the talked about wide receivers on this team. Coker and Leggett, you know. Adam Thielen, you know, he might not come. I don't know. This is it for Adam Thielen, even though he's pretty good, but this is it. You got to bring, now it's time to bring up all these youngins, man, and let these guys see what they got, man.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. And this may be a long shot here. It may be a street. It may be as far distance as Africa is from Antarctica. But if I was the Panthers, I would try to talk to Adam Thielen. Like, hey, man, Adam, you know, I know we got you on the 2-year. I know this your last year. You know, would you be interested, you know, in coming back? It'll be a money situation, of course, but throw him a bag to at least keep some type of veteranship here in Carolina, because it's not like Adam Thielen is a slouch. You feel me? It's not like that. I mean,
for sure.
That's what I feel.
What
if the money makes sense, because you got two high point guys in
man,
and you need a guy underneath to manipulate.
You need a guy, and you also need that quarterback who's going to give these guys the ball, man.
A chance.
The Coker and Leggett, you can see these guys hustling out there trying to get it. I ain't seen a cornerback yet, y'all. And if you go back to film, PPP, that can hold Leggett down. Every time I catch it up, I'll be like, hold up, man. This guy can't.
He got that country strength, man. You
he ain't holding this guy down.
You can't. You can't. He's just that physical. He's that strong.
Got to throw the ball his way, man.
Did y'all hear what he said he eats?
Got that barn strength.
He said, I don't eat seafood.
He just said, I just started eating asparagus. That shit had me crying.
Yo, he don't eat seafood. He don't eat vegetables. He just started eating asparagus. The dude don't eat candy. All he eats is like pizza. Like it's country strong, bro. Like
country strong.
Country strong.
He that barn workout going, that Rocky barn workout.
Trying to tell you, man.
He bench pressing logs and stuff.
Right.
If we can get
country strong, boy. God,
if we can get Bryce,
look right there. Hold, go back.
Okay.
Prime example. Look at this right here. This is a jet sweep with him right here. He was dead to rights. Look at this play.
Oh yeah.
Boom. He's dead to rights right there.
He's strong.
That's a D lineman.
He's strong. He's strong.
3 tackles. That's a big
strong.
dude.
He's strong. God. And don't let him get into the open because you're not going to catch him. If he get open, you ain't catching him.
Hey, Howard, he got those horse calves, boy.
Horse calves, everything. You know,
and it
kind of makes sense now. PPP, we could be tearing this team down, keeping the good ones, and tearing it down and bringing up the talent that needs to be out.
Hey, now y'all don't throw stones at me when I say this, but he kind of reminds me. I don't know what it is, but he kind of reminds me of like a Julio Jones type receiver with strength and everything.
Absolutely.
Don't it remind you of that?
Yes.
I get more AJ Brown vibes.
I get Julio Jones.
I don't know. I know AJ Brown. I know him personally, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we know AJ Brown.
AJ Brown is a dog.
I said, yeah, we know AJ Brown.
Yeah, I know him
right
personally.
I get Julio Jones though, man. I get Julio Jones out of him. For some reason, it's the size and
strong. Everything.
Julio Jones.
I don't
face tight, all kind of shit like that, man.
He's not as shifty as Julio Jones was.
No, not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
But his build and speed, though, it's definitely there. His hands definitely there.
Like I said, I pay attention to that stuff, but now it's time for Bryce. If Bryce gonna be the quarterback, dog, you got to get that ball in them guys. If you're not going to do that, then start evaluating the quarterback area.
Flacco, Howie, in the offseason. We got to get Flacco.
Not even Flacco, but why are we still skipping around? We're still not letting Jack get a shot. Either we want him to succeed, or we don't want him to, or we don't want to find out if he could or not.
Mark my words, Howie. If we're 1-12, he'll get in. He'll get in.
And rightfully so, Nick. They need to give Jack Plummer a run.
You know, Nick, just to see. Now, if he's doing it,
I would have went to Jack Plummer first before I put Bryce back in. I would have just gave him a shot. Give him one game.
Got to give him a shot. Just man. What is it going to hurt?
Here's my honest opinion on the Bryce situation. I think they're playing him. I really think we're trying to trade him, and I think we're trying to get his stock up. If Bryce comes out and has a big game tomorrow, who knows? We might trade him.
Yeah.
Try and get his stock high and trade him high. I think Dave Canales is over with Bryce Young. I don't think anything in him.
You can tell that's over with.
I'm going to tell you, and it's in the words that Canales says, and these are the words he says.
Exactly.
Just do 1 of 11. We ain't here 1 of 11. We ain't here 1 of 11 since before we put Andy Dalton in. And then you hear things like, we're trying to do the things that Bryce Young can do well. If you can only do, and listen, this is the one thing I said he was going to have to do during the offseason. I remember all the times you kept asking me, what plan? They're going to do this. I kept saying they're going to do the things that Bryce Young can do well and minimize the things he can't. Well, right now, Canales don't know what he can do well. Besides
just like me, that's why I kept asking you, what does he do well?
Well,
I wanted to know.
It was hard. It was hard to evaluate just for me. Probably for nobody else. For me, it's hard to evaluate when the offensive line is getting destroyed the majority of the game, and Bryce Young is running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So, with a better offensive line, we're still seeing that same thing. Nah, it's you, bro. It's you.
Yeah,
I've watched him run out of a clean pocket. He runs out of clean pockets. He can't even help it, dog. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Now, last week, he stayed in that pocket. He was getting hit.
He did.
He was getting hit.
He threw one I liked. He threw a pass I liked where he got hit. He threw it to the outside, and that thing was on the money now. It was somebody trimmed, but that was nice right there.
Hey, it made me feel like, well, where was this all last year?
Yeah.
Season.
It's crazy. He looked better last year than he did this year.
He did.
I feel like he regressed. Just hey, and I'm gonna say, CJ Stroud looking real bad without those weapons now.
Well, let's hold on. Because I put a tweet out because I saw a lot of Panthers fans saying that. Now, remember this. First and foremost, the Houston Texans came into that game 6-2. They were playing against a 2-6 team with the Jets, albeit it was Aaron Rodgers and old boy, right? But they came in 6-2. They got injuries on this side of the ball as well. You know what I mean?
They do. They've gone for the whole year.
Is the reason why they're 6-2.
But when you say without those weapons, I want to say this. Go ahead, PPP.
I'm sorry. That could be a good point too, Nick. But I do believe that CJ Stroud has been playing not probably as good as ball as he played last year, his rookie year. But I mean, they're 6-2. So
yeah,
that's a team.
Two of his last 3 games have been the worst of his career so far.
When you say weapons, right? When you say weapons, man, you got to remember this man came on the team. You didn't know what was weapons for him. what was the weapons? Because they did damn good last year.
You talking about Bryce Young?
No, I'm talking about CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Like, so Collins, what is the weapon? He ain't had that anyway. I mean, he ain't had
last year who broke out and who was
he had
receiving.
He had Nico Collins.
Receiving yards. He had the most receiving yards when he got hurt in the league.
Yeah,
right. But he made him.
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel what I'm coming from? Like, he came on a team that was supposed to be garbage.
He lost Diggs, and he's had two of his last 3 games have been the worst games of his career by far.
What's going on with Diggs?
Diggs out for the season.
He tore his ACL.
Well, he's out for the season.
Oh, snap. For real?
Yeah. But you can't miss something that you ain't never really had any goddamn way.
Yeah, but that's
how I look at it.
Them. They had Super Bowl aspirations this year. Without Diggs, I don't see them getting there. I don't see it now.
Well, trade deadline is coming up,
I'm surprised they wouldn't trade for Deontay.
Nah, Deontay on a team. You go watch. When you watch Deontay play over there with the Ravens, you gonna say, "Damn, you watch. It's gonna be a different energy."
I want to see him play against.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
because he's gonna be able to get in certain breaks and so forth.
This might be Baltimore's year, bro.
Be a little bit different, man.
Hey, Nick, I kind of feel like it is, man.
Right? It's his to lose with the injuries with Kansas City, with Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice and Kelsey's steady decline. Mahomes having a bad year. Adding Derrick Henry, now Deontay. This definitely feels like if Baltimore don't win it this year, if Lamar don't get it this year, he might not ever get one, in my opinion.
I'm impressed with my boy over there at Cleveland, dog. That's his job now. That's his job.
That's his
job. He took that job. That's his now.
They're gonna make a push. They're gonna make a push. They're gonna win some games.
That's his job. That's his right now.
Hey, hold on right quick, fellas. Hey, guys, we've been live for about an hour and 1 minute,
I'll
man.
be back.
Okay, all right, Nick. Hey, guys, we've been live for about an hour and 1 minute, man. Make sure that you double tap the screen also, all right? Do that for me. Hey, show some love. We're $90 away from my goal of $100 per live. Cash App is inside the ticker. It's Panthers Prime 1. Venmo's in the ticker as well. PayPal is Panthers Prime Podcast. Help us reach our goal of $100 per live, all right? And double tap the screen. Become a subscriber. If you're watching and you have not subscribed to Panthers Prime Podcast, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, that Jameis Winston pass, that junk was stupid. That junk was crazy. Yeah. He took that job.
Hey, it's crazy the decline of Deshaun Watson. Like, brother, I don't know if it was just They need to get a massage envy package set up for him or whatever it is.
God. Hey, oh, God. Gotta do something, man, because Deshaun Watson. I don't.
Dang.
I mean, two. Okay. So 2 years not doing something physical, do you have that type of regression?
Nah, man, no way, brother. I mean, you can take time off and still be somewhat effective. I mean, you can still throw the ball, for crying out loud. Come on, man. What's that have anything to do with anything? Yeah. You know, being able to throw the ball and connect on some passes. I mean, that's for a quarterback that's seasoned. I mean, it's not like he's a rookie. The dude's been around for a while.
Yeah. So, and I think with David Njoku, who else they got over there in whatchamacallit in Cleveland? Wide receiver wise. Let me see. Browns.
I forgot who they had.
Wide receiver depth chart. Let me see here. I know they got some studs. Oh, they got that dude from Denver. Golly, hold on. Elijah Moore. They got Jerry Jeudy. That's
pretty good.
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad.
Cedric Tillman, Jalen Darden. They got Elijah Moore, David Bell, David Njoku. I mean, listen. They got some players. Nick Chubb.
They got players, man.
Yeah, they got players, man. And it's like
Cedric Tillman.
Yeah,
they got guys that can catch.
Yeah, they got guys that can catch, man, over there. It's just, you need a veteran quarterback. You need someone that's going to be able to get these guys going. Like I don't know I don't understand for the life of me how Joe Flacco, being 50,000 years old, Quantum, can come off the couch with the babies. The man was sleeping last year during the game on the bench and was putting up touchdowns. And we got Andy Dalton throwing pick after pick after pick. Bryce Young pick after pick after pick.
Yeah. You know what, man? The NFL becomes, I'm going to tell you what it is, man. The NFL becomes like an enchanted forest to some degree with some of these guys.
Bro, oh my gosh, man.
It's up, man. Look, think about it. I mean, it's almost like an albatross, man. It's like they come in the league and all of a sudden somebody just turned the lights off on them. It's like, what happened? It's like where things were bright, and all of a sudden it's not. And then the guys that couldn't play, all of a sudden they can play. And it's like Jameis Winston I thought he was banished to the island of misfit toys for a while. I was like, okay, we'll never hear from him again. then all of a sudden, somebody, you know the little at like Dave and Buster's where you put the money in and you got the little claw that go down and grab up all the little goodies and drop it in a little thing, the claw game. It's like it's like they sent one of those over there and grabbed Jameis Winston and picked him up and dropped him back in the NFL.
Him in that hole, yeah.
And it's like, what the heck? Where did he come from? Guys that thrown 30 picks and 30 touchdowns in a season, you're never supposed to hear from those dudes again. They're supposed to be in Russia, right. and driving a 4-cylinder car. You're supposed to never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
that year he threw for like 5,000 yards or some crazy shit, man.
He did, but he turned it over just as many times as he touchdowned it. And then the problem was when the guys like that lose their starting position, kind of like a Josh Freeman or something, you're never supposed to hear from those dudes ever again.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run into those dudes at Academy Sports buying a cup or something like that. But
like, man, ain't you seen the McCoy?
Right. Hey, where the fold up grills at, brother? Y'all got some propane tanks up in there, man? Right. Like that. And then you hear the new regime. You get the Bryce Youngs and they flashy. They got these big NIL deals and stuff like that coming off the thing. And then they stink it up. And then they're banished to the island. And then you import the retreads like the Jameis Winstons of the world. And they come in and just blow it up. And it's like that's the enchanted forest right there, PPP. That's it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely
correct. In Wonderland.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, man. Hey, man, we got 49 people watching on YouTube. I only got 32 likes, man. Y'all go ahead, double tap the screen for me, all right? If you're on YouTube, double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, let's get the likes up. I know it's Saturday. I know y'all doing y'all thing, man, and kind of chilling out on the Saturday. But, we talking, man. So double tap the screen. Show love in the Cash App, man. You feel me? Help us reach our goal of $100 per live and fan funding. We only got about 30 more minutes. Well, no, I take that back. We got about 50-something more minutes left. We're going to be here for about 50-something more minutes. Yeah, man. So, Quantum, let me ask you a question. Quantum and Howard, what's your guys' score prediction and thoughts for tomorrow's game? Or give me your thoughts to give me your score prediction.
My score prediction was
go ahead, Howard, you got it.
Just to be, you know, I don't think we're gonna win, but I gave us 24-17. God. With Bryce Young, that 24 is not good, man, you know, but
yeah,
it is what it is. You know, you don't put too much points up on the board, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
I got you.
Let me jump in on that.
Okay.
I think Bryce, this is going to be crazy. It's going to sound a little wild, but I'm going to say this. The Saints haven't looked much better than us. Although they came into the season looking like they were going to run away with the division when they won those 2 big games against us and the Cowboys, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, the Saints are the new, they're going to kill everybody. All right, so they've clearly fell off of the Hoover Dam. So that's over. And I believe personally now, I think Bryce has the opportunity to do more damage to the Saints. He can if he will. But here's the problem. If I were him, and the way he's talking and all this stuff, and I would want to get the taste of Dennis Allen's boot out of my mouth if it were me.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. The Saints own. He washing the Saints' drawers, man. They got him in the locker room washing their drawers after every game. I mean, they own Bryce Young. They own the title to his face, man. They own him completely. If I were him, there is no way I would lose at home to the Saints again. And look, man, this is his last true opportunity, bro, to actually show if he deserves to be a backup, third stringer.
A backup.
If he can't, man, if you can't win this game against a trash team, now look, the excuses are out the window now, brother. Look, they're no better than we are.
Well, let's say this. Because the defense could lose the game. I mean, we ain't got no defense. But if he can't put up 28 points or something like that, ain't no need to be talking, man. You know, you gotta put some points up on the board, man.
Hey, I would use. Here's what I would do coming into this, and Dave Canales is just as susceptible to these commentary as Bryce is because he's the one calling the shots. You got to get Leggett involved, man. You got to put that big body Benz on the ground and let him roll over people. You got to do it. You got to get him involved.
That's what I was asking you guys. So Leggett is number 1, right?
He better be. Yeah, he's got to be because Coker probably number 2.
He's got to be number 1.
He's got to be number 1.
He should be getting the bulk of the passes, man.
You gotta give it to him in any. I would throw him 5 yards, 10 yards, 15.
Yes.
Get him the ball. Throw the deep ball.
Get the ball in his hands.
Deep ball.
I don't know if he is the number 1. He could be. I would much rather Jalen Coker be number 1.
They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that.
Rather that.
They ain't gonna do that.
Well, yeah, because obviously Leggett is your first round pick, so you're gonna give him the look first.
They ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna.
Coker will clean up
and it's
everything
just like
behind
how
him.
we got Coker elevated right there. Same thing with Jack Plummer. It can't be, it can't be a double standard. I mean, it's the same damn thing. Like, you got to bring him up.
Hey, Howard, we might, if Bryce stinks up the first half, you might see Plummer come in.
Plummer on that sideline now. You do know that.
He's not number 2 this week. Andy Dalton's number 2.
Oh, he's not? Oh, okay. God, man. When they going to get that man a shot, man? Go ahead and let him play.
Andy Dalton's number 2 this week?
Andy Dalton's number 2 this week.
So his finger's okay?
His finger was okay since last week, he said.
His finger was okay today. He got it wrecked.
Are we for sure that Bryce is going to start?
Yeah, Bryce is starting.
It's already been announced. Yeah, he's starting.
Okay.
I mean, I guess this is like the last of the. You're gonna go ahead and get the last tread off the tire. Run him that last PPP link charter bus with those tires on it.
It don't look good.
Hey, look here, all we run is missions on the PPP bus now.
Right. Hey, and this is Bryce. Unfortunately, is the tire that's been on your cross country tour the last couple years. So it's about time. Yeah. Unfortunately, the tread is about going, man. The tread is about going.
It just don't look good with Bryce, man.
A Toyo
if
tire.
Carolina want to if Carolina want to really you just gotta be done with Bryce, and you gotta move on, man. You gotta do something else. You gotta be done with him. There's no need to play with this team no more, man.
Hey, the sooner you can stitch up the wound, man, the sooner it'll heal.
If you can get him out of your hair, then you can really do some things. You just got to move on from him. You got to move away. You got to move away, man.
He's not what we need in Carolina.
We're never going nowhere with him.
I wanted so badly for him to be the guy that I just overlooked the ideology that he just never had. I hear you, but
PPP, you got to move on from Bryce, man. You got to move away from this dude.
Hey, man, listen, I'm not trying to hold on to Bryce Young. I'm not.
It's over,
listen, I want to see Bryce Young behind a fortified offensive line to see what he could do. Once I saw week 1, week 2, he couldn't do nothing. Howard, I was done.
but it's not the line.
But just like I tell everybody, PPP is an evaluator. Why am I evaluating? Because I owned a business before. And then also I've been in managerial positions, and you never want to make a decision too quick when you know other variables are at play. When those other variables get corrected and you're still getting the same production, now you can cue in and say, nah, this is the issue right here.
Yeah. You can identify it better. You get a better evaluation after everything else is bolstered.
Absolutely,
because everything around him has been bolstered to the with the exception of the defense, but the offensive line, stellar. How many sacks we give up this year so far? What, 9, 8, 7?
Yeah, not much.
We haven't even given up double digit sacks.
We could be top 5 in the league or some shit like that.
By this time last year, I think we were already sitting at 30 sacks.
Right. So we probably haven't even reached double digit sacks yet.
Nah,
if we have, it's like really low, like 12 or 11, if that. Yeah. So if you think about it, Chuba is looking pretty good behind this line. He's able to run the ball. He's putting up decent numbers.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not the line. The receivers are open. Look, I will go as far as
defenses, and then Chuba has gained respect because the defense is planning to stop him. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a plan for him.
Respect. Yeah,
you got a plan for him because he will put 100 on you if you ain't looking up. He'll put it on you. Hey, look at this. With the exception also of that, look at the idea that Dave Canales' offensive scheme is not terrible. It's like the receivers are open.
Yeah, you're right. He's not bad.
He's not bad. He's not amazing.
I wish he would just pull the goddamn rug up from under Izaro. They just
that's the problem, Howard. That's the problem right there.
It's time. I mean, I don't know how close of friends. I don't even think he came here with that. He didn't. That's not his personnel. Okay, let's get that straight.
That's a problem. He should have came in and selected his own core of individuals to run the team.
Well, you know what? That's his fault. Because
he
the one that came in and said, because you want to know why he did that? Because
familiarity.
Familiarity with what everything was, but also if I'm coming in and I know, first of all, if I'm coming in, I know I've never done the job before. And this is my first time doing it. I want as least things to do to make sure that I'm efficient in whatever I gotta be efficient in. He said he can come in and get this offense going. Why am I going to take on the responsibility of trying to get the defensive install in as well? Why would I do that?
Well, PPP, he was hedging when he came in because he assumed, since he had familiarity with EJ, I believe he said, okay, I'm familiar with this guy. I've spaced him a few times. I understand how he calls plays. I'm comfortable enough to go with what I've seen versus hire a brand new guy that I might not know as well. And maybe we will see how it works out. But I think it's put him to the detriment of the success of the overall team because we can't even stay in games because of the defense now. So,
we know what the offense is going to do, and we still can't stop the shit.
And we still can't stop
it.
So,
man.
Yeah, a better defensive output will put us in a position to have a better offensive game strategy, in my opinion. So,
now, quick question: Is it the offense or is it the personnel grouping? I mean, I'm sorry. Is it the defense or is it the personnel grouping? I'm sorry.
I think it's just the defense, man.
Done 4-3, man. I hate that 3-4. It sucks. That's number one. I don't like it.
I don't think the 3-4 sucks though. I think
you like it.
I love
it's showing week in and week out, man. It's showing. Man.
I listen. Anytime I play Madden, I'm playing you in a 3-4 base defense.
Oh, I'd run all through you. I'd run through you. You wouldn't be able to stop me running that ball. I would run that ball to the edge, to the outside. You won't switch up by the time I'm done with you with that.
Howard, let me tell you, man. I'll run a 3-4. I'll run a 3-4 cover show. I think it's cover 2 show 4, something like that. And what I'll do is, if I know you running, man, I'll baseline. I'll pull everybody up, and I'll make you go east and west.
There you go. And when you do that, I'm just looking for one block.
PPP.
Just one.
You're not getting one block, my brother.
I'm going to get that one block I'm looking for, and that's it. I'm gone.
PPP.
Go ahead.
For a split second there, I thought you were about to say you run a 4-3. I'm about to say what?
No. I run a 3-4 base defense when I play Madden. Why? Because
I'm talking about running the 40. I thought you were about to say you ran a 4-3.
But that 3-4 is just not.
When I was 1 year old, probably.
that 3-4 work for teams that's been doing it forever and a day, because they go out there and they. I'm serious, man. Think about it. Just think about it, PPP.
Howard,
think about it.
It does, Howard. A defense is not based on the amount of years you've done it. It's the personnel grouping that you have.
Right. PPP.
I was gonna go there too.
It's the personnel group. That plays a part also.
If we had Big Vita Vea,
what would happen?
He plays defense, right? Vita Vea plays defense.
Yeah,
right?
he plays defense for the Tampa. He's still with Tampa Bay. Right. Yeah.
If we had because I couldn't remember if he was offensive defense, but yeah, defense. So my point was going to be correct. You had Vita Vea at nose tackle. Do you think that people will be running over us?
Yeah, because you know what? Because you know why? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, PPP. That's one man in the center. He's not controlling. Boy, once you done beat him down, you still gonna be able to run that ball. But if you got 4 guys versus 5, you're winning.
Howard.
Because you're given, at that point, you're giving the linebackers a chance to sit there and read and react. See, when you got 3, there is no sit there and wait and read and react. You got to move. That's why Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis and them guys were so successful. They was able to sit there and read. Kuechly knew to play beforehand, beforehand. Sorry.
Okay. Do anybody remember what did the Rams run as a defense?
When this year?
No. Back in maybe like 2022, 2021.
They had. Let me think. Let me think of their defense.
Were they a 3-4 base defense? The Rams.
They may have been. I don't know. They had different shit.
Running Aaron Donald and all of that out there. So they had Sue in the defense then, didn't they?
You know.
Did they have Sue? They didn't
Donica
have Sue.
Sue. They had Donica Sue. I don't know. They may have.
They had him for a while. For what? About 3 or 4 seasons, I think.
Okay. He said they ran a 3-4 defense. Everett was there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So now, let's think about this. And I'm so glad God is so good. He just be giving me examples. So let's look at this. Rams 2022, 2021. You got Everett there running a 3-4 base defense. You got a guy who's a bulldozer and a Aaron Donald.
Right.
Yeah.
Shed block.
Right.
We don't have a guy who can shed block. Who garners a double team.
Derek Brown.
Sure enough wasn't the first game
when he's healthy. No.
It wasn't the first game of the season. I saw Derek Brown knock down 3 of his players.
Now, PPP, you see. Okay, so you see how you went back, right? You went back. Now I can go back, and I'm not even going to use a different team. I'm going to go back when Carolina was successful with the 4-3.
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot fight that. There's no need to fight that.
It's not about fight. I'm not trying to fight anything. What I'm saying is you don't have to have 5, 6, 7 years in a defense in order for that defense to work. You have to have the right personnel grouping for that defense.
I don't. Most of these teams that have been to the Super Bowl and things like that, they didn't switch their defense in 2 years and it became whatever. They didn't do that. Okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they didn't do that. They've been doing the same defense for the last 15 years, probably.
Right.
Okay, and they always been successful with that.
Right.
Carolina.
So they know. Okay, let's go short term on offense, and this is something that's going to resonate with you. Let's go short term offense for the Panthers.
Okay.
We let go of. Well, we didn't bring back Steve Wilkes, and you know the type of offense he liked to run. He liked to run smash mouth, run the ball type of offense, right? Okay.
Right.
We keep the same players, and we go to more of a pass, type of offense. And you see the difference. Nothing really changed with the offensive line. The only thing that changed was the concept and how we played. And you see, we had less production as an offense than we did the year prior to the year that Frank Wright took over.
With Wilkes, it was smash mouth. What changed? It was smash mouth. That's Carolina football.
But Howard, listen to what I'm saying though. Nothing changed besides the type of offense that was being ran. Nothing changed.
That's what changed.
Yeah, everything stayed the same. So
like what? When you say everything stayed the same, like what?
The players stayed the same.
We lost Foreman. We lost a guy who was smashing out in the ball. We lost that. We lost a good bit of stuff, PP. Now, if I can sit back and think about a lot of things we lost, we did.
Hold on, but what I'm saying is this: I'm not talking about running back production. I'm talking about offensive line production. The same way that we just were talking about defensive line production. I'm talking about offensive line production. All thing we did was we changed from a smash mouth running team, run protection, to now we're predominantly pass protecting, and you saw that they couldn't do it.
Right, because you had Icky. He was more of a run blocking. Maybe in the future as you work on him, as the years go by, he would become a better pass blocker. But he was a run. We would smash him out. We ran the football. That's why the offensive line looked so good when we ran.
Right.
But now you want to when you change stuff around PPP, you better know what you're doing. Now, we had a quarterback before Bryce Young that could probably get the ball out of his hands better.
But how? Hold on, no. Let's not go large scale. Let's keep everything small and minute. We're not even talking about.
No, I'm keeping it small and minute. So when you make the check,
how you're going beyond the trenches. Well, I'm staying right there at the trenches with this. I'm talking about just offensive line production. That's all I'm talking about. I don't care.
Okay, so you got pass production, pass offensive line production, and you got run offensive line production, right?
Right.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say to you, when Steve Wilkes was there, we ran the ball like crazy, but when we had to pass the ball, it was almost all good too.
Right, it was.
Okay, so when we made this I call it a transformation. Okay, we was a quarterback away, right?
Yeah,
we moved more to.
We were quarterback.
Right. So now we move.
Hold on. We're not talking about quarterback. We're not talking
I'm not really talking about quarterback. What made the production look bad at the time? We moved away from running the football, right, where we was getting all the good production, to a more passing type of offense, right?
And what happened?
Am I lying?
No, because that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
But Howie, when you go down, my fault, Prime.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you go down 14-0 in the first quarter, you kind of gotta abandon the run game at that point.
Right.
The defense is so damn bad. It's just
right.
So bad.
But hold on. But that necessarily wasn't the issue last year. That's the issue.
We talking last year. Okay.
What was the issue? What was the issue last year?
Wait a second. Like, just stay focused on what I'm saying right now.
I'm staying focused now.
Okay.
I'm listening to every word you say now. I'm listening.
We're talking about the Steve Wilkes era, going from Steve Wilkes over to Frank Wright. How the production with the offensive line was good during Steve Wilkes, because it's basically just correlating it to the 3-4. Howard made a statement saying that teams who run these defenses, or basically he said the 3-4 defense is something that you should run for multiple years.
No, that's not what I said.
Howard, you said
I said that teams that run their defenses, they just don't switch. They've been doing it for a while. Okay, it's not like they just switch over, in 2 years and then they're successful like that. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Okay.
So here we were. It don't take you a long time to get a defense to get a defense going. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's about the person.
It's happening with us.
Hold on. It's about the personnel grouping.
I agree with Prime here. I agree with Prime here.
That's all of the difference. The personnel.
Yeah. Hey man, I keep using them as an example. The Texans were a 2-win team. What did they essentially do? They brought in DeMeco Ryans, CJ Stroud, and Will Anderson, and they turned into a 10-win team. Why? Because they got their quarterback and they got a coach who brought in the right personnel for the defense, and he brought in a culture, and that's what turned it all around.
Yeah. Right. What you saying that you're proving my point. You're proving my point now.
Will Anderson and they got Stingley. No one else over there really jumps off your screen. They're not household names.
Right. You proving my point though. They brought in a different. They brought in a different defensive coach, right?
Yep.
We brought in a different defensive coach.
You know what, Howard? Even in our defense, though, even in our team, in our defense, if we had better personnel, they would be more talented. They would be able to execute more of those plays, and we would look a whole lot better.
I'm not saying that we should have more talent. We should have more talent, but I still believe when we switched off, we didn't go and get who fits that.
Yeah, of course.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I said most.
We had Bravion Roy. We had
Bravion Roy, but he been on the team for a while, man. He ain't never did that.
Howard said, "Man, a spare tire."
Listen, we had Bravion Roy. We had what's the other guy's name that we let go?
PPP. I know you ain't calling that talent now. Come on.
No. Listen. Now let's be totally honest. Now, the man could play nose tackle. He could.
Yeah, he could. I guess. But
I would say that man. I would say he's the snack in the old rapper before they made the new rapper.
See, when Wilkes was there, we was in the 4-3, so he wasn't no tackle by himself. He was 4-3.
Yeah, I know. We was 4-3, but what I'm saying is he was the type of body in which I thought we was going to keep. He came down to a last second, ditch situation, letting them go. I think he went to New England, if I'm not mistaken. New England. But I felt like he was a better suitor for that. I'm trying to pull up his size real quick. Let me see if I can pull up.
He was good, but I think he was a little on the shorter side. He wasn't like 6'5" or anything like that.
Nah, he's like 6'3" or 6'2".
Yeah, he was short, man. Yeah, I remember him because I used to use him on the Madden sometime, and I'd pull his ass up out of there too.
Yeah, he had good swim technique. He had a good swim move. His swim move was pretty good. I like that about him.
But you gotta, if we're going to stay in the 4-3, if we're going to keep Evero, right? 3-4, sorry. Dog, you got to go out here and you got to draft players that knows that this is what experience in it. This is what they do. 3-4 all day long. You got to get that. You cannot, you just got to do that, man.
Hey, Howard, I'm ready to move on from me, Gyro, man. I want
because
hey, look, man, your boy is right over at UNCC. Go get him. He's like the job they got him into is an embarrassment. It's like, come on.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know, y'all go look at the Gamecocks. I don't know if y'all been looking at college. Mm-hmm. Bro, Gamecocks got so many players on that defense that need to be drafted. It don't make no sense.
I know, man.
They got
Bravion Roy is 6'1", 330.
Yeah, he's short. I tell you, he's short now. He ain't goddamn. He like
a gun safe. Good God.
That's what I'm saying. He's a better suitor than how big is Shot Tuttle? Pause. Let me see.
About 6'3" or something like that.
About 6'2", 6'3". He's not much bigger.
He ain't that much bigger. See, we don't get good players that got. I like them players that are tall, like 6'4" and shit. That's what I like. That's what I want. That's what you want your defense to be.
We're only talking about 2 inches there, Howard.
Yeah, but that 2 inches make a difference now.
Wait, Howard, we're not talking about pleasing no shorty. 2 inches make a difference.
Yeah, but I feel you. I feel you on that. But you want that offense line to come walking out there, and then they see your defense standing up, and they're like, God damn, boy, these suckers big. You know what I'm saying? You want to put fear in some of these offenses too. It's all about a look too.
So check
I don't
this
know
out.
if y'all agree with that, but
check this out. Shot total is 6'3", 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, Howard, if you know anything about defense, which I know you do, you know with the 3-4, it's all about gaps.
Yeah,
you got an extra 30 pounds. If he's playing, tight, even, odd front or whatever, man. Whether or not you're guarding the 1, the 2, shading on the inside of the center, stuff like that. Like, that's important. That's weight. That's size.
But you know what, PPP?
That's a wide dude,
you still,
brother.
no matter what y'all say, it would probably have to come down to personnel with 3-4.
Yeah.
You got 5 against 3. you understand what I'm saying? That's 5.
Hold on. But no, it's never. Hold on. Wait. When's the last time you seen, unless it's like a 3rd and like 18, where defenses are only sending 3 people? That only happens in
right. But PPP, we're talking about size here now. We're talking about size. You can send a linebacker. Hold up. Let me say this. The rest of these guys who's coming, these guys are they're not linemen.
You were not.
These guys are linebackers, and you still got a linebacker going up against a big 300 and something pound offensive lineman. Sir, you still not gonna win.
No, sir. The majority of the time, the majority of the time, you have your 3-4 front, right? So you may have 3, you may have 3. Your nose tackle, your nose guard, your tackle, and a defensive end, right? To make it a 4-man front. That you may leak down,
right?
Either a linebacker or either a nickel or whatever, right? Okay, that nickel's a big is a pretty good size.
Nickel, but PPP it's really not, man. You're going up against 300 something pound offensive lineman.
Hold on, wait. Did we not just see Hassan Reddick, who's small in stature,
right,
go up against the Texans defensive tackle and totally walk the dude? So it's
we had him. We had him already.
But okay, so size wise, wait, Howard, listen. Because you're trying to make an equivalent saying that a defensive end or someone that's pass rushing has no ability to get past. That is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's going to be tougher. Okay, no, I'm not saying he can't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. PPP.
We see it all the time. Nick Bosa goes up against 300-something pound offensive
but PPP. When you see Nick Bosa is down in the trench. He's using his speed, and it's hold on. Let me. Can I get this off? You gotta care. You gotta care now, PPP. Yeah, it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter.
Leverage.
PPP. It's gonna matter, PPP, because you know why? Nick Bosa has a certain type of speed when he comes up off that ground. He has low center of gravity. It's unexplainable with him. All right,
Howard. Howard. Please hear me out. Please hear me out.
I heard you out. I'm just saying every lineman is not going to be a Nick Bosa. You don't have a Nick Bosa in every. You don't have that.
Excuse me, sir. Listen to what I'm saying. Your argument is that a nickel or defensive end ain't gonna win out against a
no, I didn't say a defensive end. I said these linebackers that are coming up to the line.
Well, wait a second. I just explained to you how it normally is because the first thing you said is how can 3 get past 5? And then I started explaining to you that you got three, you got a nose tackle, a nose guard, you got a defensive tackle, you got a defensive end, and you probably got a nickel coming down. Big body, a bigger body.
All of those.
Wait a second. I didn't say nothing about a linebacker, did I?
That's what's coming down, a linebacker. I mean, it's coming. A linebacker is coming down. PPP.
Excuse me. What did I just?
It's coming down.
Howard, stop, man.
I mean, do you not? I know what a 3-4 defense is, PPP. I know what it does. You can't figure it out. That's what's going to happen, PPP.
We're not having a conversation today. If you can't be honest about what I'm saying,
I'm telling you what it is, though, PPP. Would you want me to say something different?
I didn't say nothing about a linebacker.
But PPP, you didn't say nothing about a linebacker, but I'm telling you what a 3-4 is. I'm telling you what it is.
A linebacker is not going to be down on the line on every single play. Stop.
I never said every single play either, PPP. I said when you got 5 offensive linemen.
Be honest.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Thank you. Because you're not being truthful about what you're saying.
How am I not? I'm saying it over and over again. The same thing.
I just told you, you're not going to see a team only send 3, only send the tackle. The tackle and the guard, unless they're in a long yardage situation and they're playing back so that nothing gets thrown over the top. I said normally what you see. Wait a second, you're so busy you want to talk. Just listen to hear me out.
I just don't like when you put words in my mouth. Okay, I don't like that part. Don't do that now.
Hold on, wait, Quantum. Did he not say?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was tripping.
Right.
I thought I was tripping.
Right.
You said that they 3 stop or get past 5. I said you only see that in long distance situations where
you just said that part. You just said that part.
Listen to what I'm saying because I want you to hear everything.
Okay. I want you to hear me too now.
Well, I heard you, and I'm refuting what you said.
See, now I heard you. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
come on, man.
Disdain for the 3-4 is totally off base.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's only in your mind. See, when I break it down to you, you just don't understand what I'm telling you. That's the problem.
Can I chime in?
It is truthful.
Go ahead.
It is.
So in a 3-4, and I get what Howie's trying to say, 3 versus 5, but in a 3-4 situation, you like Prime said, you have your D end, your nose guard, and your D tackle, right? Your nose guard typically he takes up 2 linemen, so that's a 2-on-1 situation, right? Now you have 2 outside linebackers that are edge rushers. Their hands are in the dirt, but they're standing up.
I didn't say they wasn't in the dirt, but they'll come up to the line.
Typically, more times than not, at least one of those 2 are gonna rush. So there's your 4. Right? There's your 4 rushing. Now, if you have a good nose guard in a 3-4, that's where, guys like Vince Wilfork and Casey Hampton made their money. They demanded double and triple.
They demand double.
Every single snap.
That is a hard thing to demand double.
Every single snap.
You don't get that all the time, PPP.
So that frees things up for those edge rushers in that 3-4 scheme.
Now,
hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm saying. There is no time when you're in a regular first down that you're only going to see 3 going after the quarterback. And that's what you were alluding to.
No, well, PPP, you might be wrong on that. Okay? Because there's sometimes when they just have 3, and it's not only when they're doing a deep pass or whatever like that.
But
I've seen it. Okay,
so it could be just how the defense is scheming against that
scheme. Yeah, it's all about the scheme of how they're doing stuff. PPP. Now,
I want you going forward, Howard, to be very, very unbiased about the 3-4 defense.
I'm not being biased. I'm breaking. I'm not. Well, okay. Let's both do that. I want you to be unbiased about the 4-3.
I don't got a problem with none of them.
Okay. Well. We're talking about the 3-4 right now.
On PPP.
We're talking about the 3-4 right now. We're not even talking about the 4-3. So I'm still telling you, I know about a 3-4. I know about it.
How you don't know about it?
I don't know about it. I just broke it down. I just broke it down to you, dog.
We back to this again.
The greatest defenses of all time were 3-4 defenses, Howie.
Okay, I got it. But guess what? Like, I'll go back to saying those guys that are y'all stuck on that. Y'all are stuck on that.
Nick, and let me ask you a question, Nick. Let me ask you a question. With that being said, the reason why the 3-4 defense is one of the preferred defenses for Super Bowl winning teams.
Because versatility.
Versatility is key.
Yeah.
But also, you got to think, who and those teams that won, the personnel grouping played a part in the reason why that 3-4 was so successful.
Here's a prime example.
Oh, yeah.
No one, everyone thinks of the 2000 Ravens defense of Ray Lewis and Peter Boulware and Ed Reed, Chris McAllister. Tony Siragusa made life so much easier for Ray Lewis and those guys to run around.
Yeah, he did.
Because he was eating up blocks.
He was that dude. Now you don't always get that. Okay, you don't always get that. But I'm not going to go and talk about other teams. I'm going to talk about the Carolina Panthers and what we had in a 4-3. People like Kejuan Short did not play the 3-4, but he had a nice tackle right next to him, causing havoc. We had edge rushers that caused havoc. We had linebackers sitting right there who could react to a run play faster and quicker than any other team I ever seen in my life.
So real quick, when I say something like Bravion Roy was a better
Bravion Roy was garbage, PPP, man.
Shit. I'm saying, you got listen, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Bravion Roy would have been a better option at nose tackle than a shot puddle, size-wise.
Well, maybe so, but they're both in the same boat, man. Okay? They're crabs trying to fight to get out of a dang-on barrel right now. They both in the same boat.
Hey, Howard, man, you can't be.
I mean, they're the same. Howard, they're the same.
Howard.
Yes, sir.
God dang, man. You gonna let me get out what I gotta say on my doggone podcast, man?
No, I ain't trying to. I'm just saying, you're talking about Bravion Roy, man. Come on. Bravion Roy? Jeez.
Well, this team was constructed for a 3-4 defense, so it all depends what happens.
Exactly, Nick. It's constructed for a 3-4 defense, so you will want to put your best player that got size.
They switched it to that. They switched it over to that.
Well,
we was more successful.
To see what happens with Evero after this year?
Yeah,
and what direction we go if he does get cut loose.
Yeah.
Fired. That's what's the direction.
I don't really have a problem. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have a problem with Evero coming back another season.
Me neither.
I don't want him back there no more. No. I don't want to see that no more. No, sir.
Listen.
No.
I looked at our starting seven against. Go back and look at our starting seven. Our starting front seven we put out against the Chicago Bears. It's a whole bunch of nobodies, bro. And Trevin Wallace, who we drafted in the 3rd round. It was LaBravion Roy, Shy Tuttle, and
we still on that Bravion Roy.
And I don't even know who else. And then you got Charles Harris, Claude Shirless, Trevin Wallace, and DJ Johnson. Like a bunch of who, and who.
Nick. Hey, Nick. Check this out. Nick. Listen, man. We have the ability. Look. The way they have your boy on that staff at UNCC it's an abysmal representation of who he is, man. They got him on like some counselor role or something. I'm like, what the heck is that? Bring him back over here. Go get Steve Wilkes and get him off of UNCC squad. Bring him back over here.
Man.
Bring him back. Go get him. Look, I guarantee
that defense will be a 4-3 if he come back.
Nick, you serious? You want to go back and get Steve Wilkes, man?
I absolutely would, but no, I'm with you. But here's my thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think Steve Wilkes is a man of pride and integrity, and he has too much passion. Yeah. If David Tepper calls him, he's gonna say, "Screw you, dude." That's what
I'm pretty sure
so.
That. Yeah.
I think so.
Well, wait a minute. Man. They got Nick. They got Steve Smith to come back. So
hey, I'll tell you what. And I've said this. I've said this on Unk's show. You don't like when I say it, but I'll tell you what. if available, and I think he is, I'd make Ron Rivera my goddamn defensive coordinator.
That would be lit.
That would be lit. Howard. That's interesting,
he took
Howard.
a year off.
Hey.
Hopefully his cancer is he. I hope he's cancer free. God willing. He's cancer free. Why not?
Cancer free.
He's cancer free.
You know, and we all know how his defense looked.
Hey, maybe we have getting his strength back. Maybe he'll come back. Who knows?
But the thing about it is this, man. Like, when I sit back and I look at the body work that Ron Rivera had over there in Washington, to me that doesn't yield as strong as a unit as I would like for Carolina, because he was a good defensive coordinator when he did it.
He's a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and we had our time, you know, with the 2015 team. You know, that's good. I just don't know if he's up with the times as far as current now. Like I would want someone like a Brian Flores type of mentality to go ahead and come inside here and change this team around.
I wouldn't mind Brian Flores. I wouldn't mind Brian Flores as our DC. That would be nice.
He was even better. He was even better in Chicago when he was running their defense. So I mean,
he was their D coordinator with that.
Yeah, he was. That's what I'm saying. He was good. Yeah. So I mean, you're not going to get a timeless type of performance or a timeless type of operation out of Ron Rivera. I think he has a lot to give back to the game.
Oh hell yeah!
Maybe not a head coach, but a D coordinator. Oh yeah, he's better than what we got now.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee
Nick, real quick, Nick, let me get your thoughts on tomorrow's game and let me get a score prediction for the game, man.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? This is the game. This is the one game the rest of the year where we're going to show some life. I think this is my honest prediction is tomorrow's game is going to be our last win of the season. I genuinely think we're going to beat the Saints tomorrow.
You think so?
I genuinely think. I'm going 2017.
You think Bryce Young will pull it out?
Our defense plays its best game of the season. They're due. I mean, they're due. We're on pace to have a historically bad season. They're due. God dang it. They're due. That's all I'm going to say.
Bryce going to pull it out? Is Bryce the same player?
I think it's going to be a slugfest game, and I think our run game is going to be the reason why we win.
I've never seen Bryce in a slugfest now, but I guess.
Last year against Atlanta when we won, we squeaked that one out. That was a slugfest.
Yeah, Atlanta gave the game away, to be honest with you.
Nah, Bryce let him down in the rain.
That bad throw by...
Yeah, he did a drive. The drive was nice.
And a typhoon out there.
They gave the ball back to us. You know,
had a good scramble in that game, too, that set us up.
Yeah, it did. So, it did.
But you know what, man?
I can't even remember. Who was our second win last year? Who did we beat?
Houston.
We beat Atlanta?
Houston.
Oh, Houston. That was another dogfight game.
That was BS.
He could have won that Packers game, too. He could have won that game.
God.
Could have won.
But PPP, I know me and you always have to dispute over this doggone 3-4 and 4-3. But don't think for a second I don't know how the 3-4 is supposed to work. That's all I'm saying. I know both. I know 4-3 and I know 3-4. I know them both.
Yeah,
and I know how they're supposed to operate.
But when you say things like, you got to realize how my mind works. When you say a statement like, "How can 3 get past 5?" To me, you're alluding that we're only sending 3 each and every time the ball is snapped.
Right. Let me ask you something. Which is heavier?
What up, Big Tight?
Which is heavier up on the line?
That's tough. That's a real tough. That's an interesting question, Howie.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, like Prime was saying before, the versatility in a 3-4. You could send your 3 down linemen and both your outside linebackers. There's 5 guys.
And that's what I was saying to him about the outside linebackers.
Typically in a 4-3, outside linebackers don't really blitz like that in a 4-3. That's why you have your 4 down linemen, you know? So
that's what
really... Yeah.
See, but the size at that point coming to that line is the crazy part. Okay.
Is a nickel the same size as a regular cornerback?
Is the what?
A nickel corner? I mean,
sometimes they're bigger.
A nickel cornerback is they're mostly cornerbacks.
No.
They're bigger.
No, I disagree. More
you talking about the big nickel, right?
Corners are typically smaller.
Yeah, you know they're still cornerbacks. They're cornerbacks.
Are you talking about the big nickel? PPP?
I'm talking about a nickel cornerback.
You're talking about a nickel corner?
Nickel corner.
Okay.
Bigger or smaller?
Nickel corner typically smaller.
You
need a quicker guy because you need a quicker guy.
Faster. They're cornerbacks. They're cornerbacks, man.
A nickel is so okay. Show me a team. Show me a team where the nickel is bigger.
Show me a team of what?
Smaller.
Who said that? Who said that? Because you do have
Kenny Moore on the Colts. Kenny Moore on the Colts.
Touchdown by God damn.
Yeah.
So you know what nickel are you talking about? You got a 4-3 nickel? You got a 3-4 nickel? Which nickel?
I'm just talking about the hold on. Kenny Moore Colts. All right.
My mind is going to Jeremy Chin when you start talking about that.
Yeah, Jeremy Chin.
Bigger guy.
Keyshawn Nick.
Safeties and stuff. You got more. You got these guys are cornerbacks and safeties when it comes down to that.
All right, he's 190. Okay. Now okay, so he plays. It just says corner. Okay, cool. So let me pull up the depth chart for the Colts then. Let me look at this Colts depth chart.
And that guy's gonna pick up the guy in the slot you're talking about normally, right? Is that what you're talking about? PPP?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
they're mostly cornerbacks and safeties, man. That's all that's basically what it is, PPP. When you get into a nickel, you put all your you put your good hitters. You might have one linebacker out there. You might have one fast linebacker. You know, your fastest linebacker. You know, but the rest of them boys going to be safeties and cornerbacks.
Yeah, with speed and size to some degree or another, inverted one way or the other.
Y'all go ahead. I'm looking at it real quick.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, because you gotta have somebody fast enough to cover
absolutely
the undersized. So
you know
the underneath.
It's just like a dime. Dime.
Well, hold on. Kenny Moore. Okay, Kenny Moore nickelback right here. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Yeah. Shifty little dude. Shifty.
Yeah, they chippy. They can hit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they can hit.
They're a tad bit smaller than a linebacker.
Yeah.
All right. So Samuel Womack is smaller than Kenny so far. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Let me go back. So far, I'm still right.
You say Samuel Womack?
Yeah.
Anybody with that last name sound like they can sing, boy.
Which nickel though, PPP? You talking about a 3-4 nickel?
Man, I'm just talking about nickel back, man.
Well, yeah, just the backs of the nickel. Okay, I got you.
Mike Jackson, yeah, that's what my guy Panther Pickle said. Mike Jackson, that's a good point.
Yeah. Mike Jackson is that.
Very good.
You know, you know who would fit in that too? Sam Franklin would do that.
Franklin,
them boys like that, man.
Jones
is he hurt, Howard?
Who, Franklin?
Hurt? Yeah,
no, he played last week.
Okay, I thought so. He didn't get hurt.
He was the one who stopped that when they tried to do that fake punt. Yeah, he was the one who put the hit on that guy. He put the hit on that guy now.
Man, I wish we had about 4 Sam Franklins. I wish we had about 4 guys like him.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got so their right cornerbacks are a little bit bigger than they left. The right cornerbacks are not bigger than the nickelbacks, though.
Correct, because they got to be faster in that slot. They got to guard that slot.
Yeah,
they got to be quick, man, to guard that position.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, can't be heavy-footed at all.
What I'm saying is Kenny Moore is bigger than the left side cornerbacks on the team.
Oh, snap. Oh, you talking on the Colts, right? Not on our team.
On the Colts. Yeah, on the Colts. He's bigger. Yeah. What's
the size of their corners?
Talking about on the Colts?
Yeah. Oh, he said drop the link. T Money. The links inside the community section. Hit the link. I will drop it again.
T
But
Money.
if you guys just want to click on it, just go straight to the whatchamacallit. Go straight to the community section. Nick, you back in here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
See, the Colts play that 4-3. They still play that.
All right,
Shit,
Nick, I mean, Nick, I hear what you're saying.
1 pound.
Warmack
189. Kenny Moore 190.
Yeah, but
almost 200 pounds. God damn.
Hey, Nick, that's a pie in his back pocket.
I need to see definitive big difference, man, to change my mind on that. I ain't gonna lie.
You could try Keyshawn Nixon on the Packers.
Keyshawn Nixon.
They got Nix on Nix is on the Colts too. They got a Nix. What's his name? Something Nix. I think he's
I know. I remember when Cortland Finnegan was on our team. He was our nickel corner, and that man was 180.
He was strong though.
He was
strong.
He was strong though.
Yeah,
you gotta have head crackers.
I wish we could ask Deontay Johnson how strong he was.
I knew you were gonna go there. I was waiting on it.
Well, Andre Johnson was something, boy.
Cortland Finnegan called him uncle.
But
another kickoff. Oh my God!
What I don't like about that guy is how did he get in the Hall of Fame before Steve Smith? That's what I didn't understand. I still don't.
Yeah, he had his yellow jacket on. I don't know.
But Steve Smith had better numbers.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that either.
When Steve Smith retired, he was ninth. He was ninth all time in receiving yards when he retired.
He's got more than Andre Johnson in a few categories.
Yeah,
and he got a triple crown.
Triple crown after a broken leg.
After a broke and missed the whole season, man. It must be the fights,
the whole
man.
season.
Must be those fights he got into.
Well,
something
that's why I tell y'all I don't feed into all of that when you go and all that and that. I don't. It don't matter as long as he get there. I don't care when it go.
Must have been the team fights, man. That's all that had been.
Yeah, that probably was.
The Hall of Fame makes no sense to me sometimes. It really doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
You know what? I don't dig too deep into it no more, Nick. I don't even give a damn.
I don't. A guy like Zach Thomas had to take 9 times to get into the Hall of Fame, bro.
That makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, man.
What the heck?
After Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher, he was probably the best middle linebacker at that time.
Panther Pickle, what's up, baby?
What's up, man?
Nothing.
What up,
Pickle?
Hey, Pickle. Hey, Pickle. I'm still writing what I said. I'm still right. They talking about bigger or he's smaller. Man, I only seen 3-4 pounds, man. 3-4 pounds.
y'all know Captain Mutherland.
He was little.
He was a small nickel, but
he was fast.
He was. I would just prefer. I'm sorry. I would prefer a nickel who's going to make the slot receiver he takes on take a deep breath before he runs that route.
Yeah. Right.
That's the kind of I want.
Ricky Manning Jr.
Ricky Manning Jr. Yeah. That's what it's all about. It's really about that slot when you play that nickel.
Yeah.
That slot is the main thing.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean,
gotta play that slot, man.
That's the main thing there, bro.
And to me, it depends on. To me, I would try to keep Mike Jackson and let him play nickel if I can find somebody to replace him as outside. But I mean, provided we have a more intelligent defensive coordinator. So
there you go. Hey, now wait a minute. Dane Jackson, what's he been looking like since he came back?
I know he's been playing, but I haven't really.
Yeah, I haven't even noticed him.
Yeah, he played.
It was his first game. Shaking the cobwebs out.
I think he's back on injury list.
What are you talking about?
Dane Jackson.
Oh, he's trash, man.
He's trash?
I mean, well, he's under contract, so I tell you who may. I tell you what, that rookie safety we got, I liked him pretty well. I don't know if he played nickel or not, but I like him real well at safety.
You talking about Damani Richardson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him real well.
Monty's pretty good.
Yeah, he got things to learn though. He does. He got things to learn.
Big time.
Nick, you breaking up, Nick?
Damani Richardson.
Is he breaking up for y'all too?
I
Yeah, breaking up.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded crazy.
Yeah, he gone.
Somebody got shocked, electrocuted.
Panther Pickle, talk to me, baby. What you think? What you think about tomorrow's game, man? And what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
I think it's going to be my score prediction is 28-21. I think the Panthers win it by Damani Richards pick 6.
Yeah, I really quick. Can y'all hear me? I just want to say one thing about Damani Richardson. What I absolutely love about this kid. What I loved in college too. He plays hard and he plays fast. He don't second guess himself. He's out there like a dang missile, bro. He ain't scared to get nasty and come play the box. He'll play coverage. I love a cat like him, bro. I love a cat like him on our team.
Carolina got away from going out there drafting them defensive players like they used to, man.
Right.
They got away from it, and it came when we got this new owner, man. Okay.
Yeah. He because he needed offense. However, he had to change up his philosophy. When he let Cam Newton walk away, he immediately had to shift back to trying to replace him, which he should have did. Should have kept Cam for at least 2 or 3 more seasons.
Right.
But that's what happened. He's like up against the gun to try to replace Cam, and that offense wasn't looking anywhere close to what it used to. So that's
no. And that's one thing Carolina could have stood on at one point, even when we had losing records, or we wasn't good that year. We always had a decent defense. At least
everybody was still scared of Cam back in 2019. I mean, you were still scared of him.
Yeah. And even going before Cam, teams were still scared of our defense. We still had
defense.
Yeah, they were.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely.
You know? And back in the day, we may never had top tier corners, but our corners were all right because we had an elite pass rush. You know,
yes,
there you go.
A good pass rush will make a weak secondary look good.
Yep,
I believe
Facts.
in that.
Hey, real quick. Let me ask y'all a question. Do the Panthers play with 2 defensive ends on the line, or do they play with a nose and 2 tackles generally?
One original defensive end.
Yeah,
we play
they play more of a. They play real close to what the Broncos play, but the difference is the Broncos don't play nowhere near the amount of soft zone coverage as we play. We play way too much soft zone coverage, and we don't ask our edge rushers to actually pass rush a whole lot. Do we play with defensive tackles or defensive ends?
Those are tackles that were changed into one of them was changed into an end. That's a tackle. That's originally a tackle, but these guys were put into an end position. Okay,
Brown.
To me,
I'm talking about right now. How does Carolina normally line up on their defensive on their defensive stance? How do they normally line it up?
They normally run
nose and 2 tackles
with
a nose and 2 tackles, right?
Yep, nose and 2 tackles, right?
But they call them ends. They call them ends.
But they call them ends. And the 3-4 are ends. But they're really just converted tackles.
They're tackles, man. Yeah.
And then your linebackers come up to the side sometimes to kind of threaten.
Right, exactly.
Now, okay. Now, if that's the case, who do we? Okay, so this week we got. Let's see here. I thought he was injured. Ain't Sean Robinson injured?
No,
he playing this week.
Well, he practiced all week. He did practice all week, and he had 2 sacks. He had 2 sacks last week.
I got a better question.
It came in the 4th quarter.
No,
I can't know what happened.
One of them may have, but I don't think
Tuttle looked really good in that role. He played. Shy Tuttle stepped his game up and played pretty well. But I have a better question for you, PTP.
What's up, man?
Do we have to face That pesky freaking whatchamacallit? What's his name? God dang it. That Swiss Army knife.
That wannabe quarterback who ain't really a quarterback.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I saw some reports that he probably will be back, but then I saw some that say he probably won't. So I don't know.
Well, hey, put Cade Mays on. Put Cade Mays on him, and we'll be all right.
If he comes out hurt or like he's banged up or something, I'd find out what he's banged up on and hit him hard with that.
Put Cade Mays on him. Just put Cade Mays on him. Just grab him. Do what you do.
Dude, he dirty.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm talking. Hey, tell Cade Mays, just do what you do, brother.
Hey, there's a reason a few years ago they asked Cade Mays to play fullback. There's a reason for that. Cade Mays likes that shit. I'm a Tennessee fan, y'all. His brother's a center in this draft coming up, and his brother's the same way. They play offensive line, but if they get a chance, but when they hit somebody, in the blocking, they like it. The harder they get to hit, the better they like it.
I like that.
So,
Cade Mays.
Under the last coach, they told him to calm down a little bit. They're playing too rough.
I just missed the Carolina, man. I miss it, man. I'm tired of waiting for this miracle to happen. You know, I'm just tired of it, man. I'm sick of it.
I agree, brother. I do, 100%.
Well, you're gonna be sick of it for a long time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see anything changing as far as.
It's a good chance that Ever would be gone, though. It's a good chance.
I don't have a problem with Evero staying another year as long as we get the personnel that we need for him to run the 3-4. Because I
want him to go away, man. He needs to go.
I have issues. I have issues with Evero's actual play calling, and his scheme as a whole was wrong. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter the injuries. The scheme, for example, what he did several times. He does this in the red zone a lot. If y'all watch, he'll line up 4 down linemen, right? He'll actually line up an edge. He'll add 2 edge and basically 2 tackles. And he'll spread them like 5 yards apart from each other.
Spread them apart
when you're buried in the end zone. And then for example, the Bengals did it twice. They just changed the play, handed it to running back, and he pretty much walked in for the end zone. Evero has no options for that. It's like it smacks him in the head. He still don't know what to do about it. And in situations, for example, in the Bronco game, Sutton was beating Mike Jackson to death.
Oh my God, that was crazy, man.
Mike Jackson, I like Mike. Don't get me wrong, I do, but Mike Jackson is not a number 1 corner to take on a number 1 wide receiver. An intelligent GM, an intelligent defensive coach would say, "Okay, Mike, we're going to switch you around. We're going to put J.C. Horn 1-on-1 with Sutton and see if we can't slow him down a little bit." And he didn't do it. Evero just left everything exactly like it was. He never changes his act.
He never makes adjustment ever. He don't ever do it.
And he blitzes. And if you decided to bring somebody off the edge to blitz, would you not want to bring somebody who specializes in blitzing?
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Evero brings a nickel corner or a safety. Blitz a safety. If your safety's lined up in the backfield and he walks all the way up to the line, 90% of the quarterbacks in the NFL are going to say, "This guy might be coming my way." Evero ain't smart enough to catch that. That's my issue with Evero. I naturally don't like the 3-4 defense. So I'm a guy who's going to always look at Evero and anybody who runs it with a side eye, Now
Pickle, tell me why you don't like the 3-4. What's your reasoning?
I just think to me a 3-4 is a boom or a bust defense. It's
too many holes.
You have the elite talent and the elite pass rushers, and you run it correctly. Similar to the Steelers run it correctly. They've done it for years. So does the Baltimore.
For years.
Hold on, Howard.
Now, if you run those and you know what you're doing with it when you're drafting and when you're developing, then that could be a good thing. But when Evero left Denver, the Denver fans cheered when he left. They didn't want him because he's doing the same thing for them. He'd take their top pass rushers and put him in coverage and try to blitz somebody else. He did that until the top pass rusher left. When the guy that runs the Denver defense took over a couple years ago, he said, okay, we're gonna keep a little bit of the Vero defense in because you know that, and it's the similar defense. In the middle of training camp, he pulled all that Vero defense out and said, no, we ain't running this. I ain't running this at all. And he left to put all his stuff in and said, this is what we're running. And that's why their defense is good. It just is. Evero to me is just he's just a poor quality to me coordinator. And I have to say, I guess I understand now while the old man has always been beside him. He's never worked as a DC without the old man helping him out.
Go ahead. I had to mute Howard. I heard the feedback. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So and it's nothing personally against him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't like the 3-4 because there to me there are teams that have used it. The Saints tried to run a 3-4 for a while, weren't good at it, switched right back to a 4-3. The Steelers have been in a 3-4 for decades. They know exactly when they get a linebacker or they draft an end or a linebacker, they know exactly where he's going to play and what he's going to do. They let him know that. When they get an end and a tackle, they know what they're going to do with those. And Evero's had nose tackles here on this roster, real nose tackles.
Like who?
There's been a couple guys pop in, but he doesn't keep them. He
doesn't. Wasn't that dude Poo or Popo? We had him.
Yeah. And we've also had a McCall kid.
McCall.
We've had a few of them.
Oh, I remember McCall.
The size, but Evero's like, no, I'm good. I'll just keep Shy Tuttle.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I mean, if and plus the biggest thing for me on Evero is we're pretty much going into a rebuild your defense, right? Evero after this year, next year is Evero's last year under contract. And if I'm going to rebuild my defense, it ain't going to be with the defensive coordinator who's on the lame duck.
Why keep him?
So I want to move forward. And I mean, I don't think they're going to fire Evero mid-season. I think they'll wait till the end of the year. They'll sit down or they'll talk to him and they'll let him, or they'll say, if you want to find you another job, you're welcome to. And then he goes and finds him another job and he's out. That way they don't have to pay him. Because you got to remember, I was on a space with Sheena Quick earlier this week, and her and Vashti said that the defensive staff all wanted out this past offseason, and they wouldn't let them, but they all wanted out.
Oh, the whole defensive staff wanted out?
The whole defensive staff wanted out. And Evero too. And they didn't. And management didn't let him. So they wouldn't let him seek other jobs.
PPP.
Yeah.
Did he say some of the same things I was saying?
He said nothing that you said.
Oh, really? Not to go out there like, for instance, Pittsburgh having that 3-4 defense for how long? Going out there drafting the right players for that type of defense? He didn't say nothing that I said, right?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, you ain't gonna be people about that.
It's
all good though. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I mean, and
I got it now.
What you mad about?
I'm not mad. I'm just saying he said the same thing I've been saying.
The deal is Tomlin knows what he's doing on defense. He is a defensive-minded head coach.
Yeah.
He is.
And to me, the biggest mistake we did is not hiring defensive-minded coaches, because that's one of the reasons why our defense is screwed up. We don't have, to me, I mean, if Mike Tomlin is a defensive-minded head coach, when he looks at the draft list, the draft board, and he thinks, okay, I need an end, he gonna look and he say, all right, this dude looks like he's a scout. Says this dude's a good defensive end. He plays in such and such school. Tom looks at it and said, this dude's 240 pounds. This a linebacker, fool, because they play in a different style defense. And they got to look at close to a 300-pound guy who's agile, can move with a little bit of speed, and doesn't allow a guy to power block him as well as others do. And and it's like, you know, like there was a reason why Marquise Haynes, and a lot of people love that kid. The reason why when he went to free agency now 3 times, nobody picks him up. It's not that he doesn't have talent. He doesn't fit a 4-3 or a 3-4. Every time he faces a guy in a power rush move, he gets thrown on his butt. All he can do is, you know, and he also has back issues now. But you know, there's a difference. You got to look at the weight, but you don't always rely on the weight, because weight will fool you. But I like Tomlin, but Tomlin's always run the defense his way, and the GM for the Steelers knows this. And when they sit down and look at their draft board, Tomlin has a big say in that draft board. Now, I don't think that we've had a head coach that has a bigger say since we had Rule. Rule had a large part in that draft board, but he didn't know what he was doing anyway.
I'm going to be honest. Rule drafted some good guys.
Yeah, but he didn't know how to use them.
He just didn't know how to do it. I mean, you're talking about Jeremy Sin, and, you know, he got some good guys, physical guys. Tall, you know, stature tall, 6'3" and stuff like that. That's what you want. That's what you want, bro.
Right.
You know, and the Carolina from the past. But you look at the defensive line when it was in a 4-3. All those guys were 6'5" and taller. Every last one of them. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Howard. So we had, and hey, I'm gonna say this too. I actually liked Phil Snow. He had a pretty good defense, man. It's like he was good when he was here when we had him. Y'all remember Phil Snow in his defense?
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, I remember him.
Wasn't bad defense at all. He's better than Evero.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to say. Right now, I'd take Phil Snow over Evero. Right now.
All day long.
I'm trying to go back to that year. Phil Snow year. That was 2021, right?
2020.
It was a 3-4 if you want to get to that PPP.
It wasn't really a 3-4. It was a
3-3. It was a 3-3. It was like a 3-3-5.
3-3-5. Yeah. Look at our defensive rank that those 2 seasons that he was in there. Really good. We were really good on defense.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
He did run some. He did run a lot of elements of the 4-3.
4-3.
He run a lot of nickel coverages, but he would often swap out a safety in the nickel spot to kind of, and then it was kind of a 4-2-5. That's a lot of the defenses are going to the 4-2-5 now.
The 4-2-5 is a base of what, Bickle?
It's actually a base out of the nickel formation, because you're running 2 ends, 2 tackles, you're running 2 linebackers. The third, where you normally put a nickel corner at, is like a safety. It's more it's like that Jeremy Chin role. That's what he plays in Washington now.
Big safety.
And he knew when to blitz too. He was really good. He knew when to send his troops in there to get you. About Phil Snow.
Right.
So with that being said, PPP.
Hey, Howard, listen. Regardless to what
I
you
just messing
said,
with you, PPP.
no. Regardless to what you said,
Yeah.
I'm still right because ain't no defense. There's no defense that's common to only sending 3 people at the quarterback consistently.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
APP, Howard did say that the defenses like Pittsburgh, they've been running those types of defenses for years. He said that.
Yeah,
he know that. He know that. But I'm gonna let PP have it. You know I said it because I said it over and over and over again.
I do know that, and I recognize that. That does not mean that doesn't mean that just because you change over from a 4-3 to a 3-4 that you're not going to be successful. It's about having the right personnel grouping, right people there to do it.
Oh, right. And see, that's what I was saying. In a 2-year span.
No. That's not what you were saying. That's not what you were saying.
How is that not what I was saying? I said if you're going to switch over, you're not going to get no success like that. Just switching over in 2 years. That's what I said. Did I not say that?
Go ahead. What's up, BBB?
Did Howard ever allude to the issues of a team or a defense switching over being the personnel grouping, or did he just say it's just a 3-4?
Break it down. Now,
he said, now, I remember when he said the 3-4 itself was the issue that he didn't like. He had a huge disdain for the 3-4. But then he said he kind of sprinkled in. He sprinkled in some personnel. He kind of agreed with you at the end of that. When he said that, though.
At the end.
Right.
Right. You do have to have the personnel, PPP. Come on, we all know that. You got to have it. But these teams that are successful in this 3-4, they ain't just start doing this, man. They've been doing it for a while. Okay? Yeah. Now, Carolina, their face was that 4-3 defense. They always had on that front 4 that they had players that could cause havoc. Once you get one player to cause havoc on the Carolina's defense, then you got the edge rushers coming at you. I mean, they used to just cause havoc with the 4 by itself one time. And the linebackers would just come and finish you off. So I'm just going off how how they used to be.
Yeah.
All right, we ain't nowhere near that now.
And guess what, Howard? Back in 2015, the Panthers also did run some 3-4 as well, Howard.
I get it. Okay, yeah, they probably did, but their base was 4-3. We know that. That's they probably tried and did different things, but their success came from that. And even before 15, you keep going to 15. Now, I don't say 15. You say 15.
No. You keep going back to 15, Howard.
I never said one time 15 ever. Today. You keep saying the word. You keep saying the numbers 15. I even said before Cam Newton. Before Cam Newton, when Jake DeHome was there. We had Julius Peppers, Mike Rucker, Jenkins, Buckner. That's before 15. Wallace. We had all that before 15, PPP.
Yeah, I understand that, but listen, I'm a hold steady to what I believe. I don't think it takes you 40 years to accomplish a defense or to get a defense right. I just think it takes.
Well, you've seen it right in your face right now. You've seen it.
Well, hold on. We had hold on. We had the players. It's not like we didn't have the players. We had the players here. You cut the players to let Shy Tuttle, who was smaller than someone who I felt could have played nose tackle, in my opinion. We had 2 on the team. We got an undrafted free agent when that was here. That was a nose tackle that I thought was going to.
So was that Evero's choice? If Evero did that, he definitely need to be gone then. He need to get on up out of here.
Evero don't cut. I don't think Evero cuts players. I don't think he does. He have that level of players?
No.
Who's evaluating? But hold up, who's evaluating the players though?
Go ahead, Pickle. What you about to say?
But what Evero does, for example, at the end of preseason, Evero makes his depth chart. He makes his starters, his first and second string, and then he tells them who he don't need.
Right.
And then what he does is, and then they'll say, okay, well, you can't keep 10 corners. You have to cut some. or you can't keep three left linebackers, three right linebackers, and four middle linebackers. You got to cut that a little bit, and those are done in meetings where the GM sits there, the coach sits there, and but the offense does the same thing, and they dwindle that roster down together. But the actual person who makes the cut is the GM.
Right now, but the Bravion Roy last year, it wasn't done at the.
I already get a kick out of Bravion Roy.
It wasn't done at the 53-man cut. No. The what's the other guy's name who was a viable nose tackle? Golly, what's his name? We just said his name. McCall. Was that a cut down at the 53-man roster?
No, it was cut before the 53-man roster. He was cut in training camp because and the Ivero they tried to lead it like he didn't fit the defense, and they tried to trade him, and then they tried that McCall didn't fit the defense. McCall's even said that said since then on social media that they've collided. Trim said he had basically they let the word out that he had knee issues. Then he was picked up by the Patriots off waivers. The Patriots brought him, had him in there for less than a day, and then released him again. And McCall tells everybody that he doesn't have any reason why he's not in the league anymore. Period. But
Bravion Roy probably ain't in the league either.
Yeah, he's a backup. he was a backup.
What team he played for?
No, he was on the practice squad of Seattle. But to let you know of a team that uses the 2017 Seattle Seahawks used the 4-2-5 defense. That was their base defense, and they covered the safeties in it. And I'll tell you this, because if we all talk about coordinators next year, y'all need to look at Chris Richard. He's currently the defensive back coach for the Jaguars, and I say that because when he was with Seattle from like 2009 all the way up to 2018. He was with Seattle the entire time Dan Morgan was with Seattle. He was also there when Dave Canales was there. It's my belief, and I have no proof of this, it's my belief they wanted to hire them. He visited Charlotte, and they had lunch during the off season. He was here for a couple of days as they visited his old friends.
We're gonna get the team back to
now. At this time, they couldn't convince Mr. Tepper to let the defensive staff go. So if defensive staff sucks this year, like they appear to, then you can get Vince Tepper to let them deal with that. Then this is the guy we're going to hire, in my opinion, to be our defensive coordinator. Because y'all know the NFL is all about relationships.
Hell yeah. Ain't what you know, is who you know. Yeah. I can't wait till we get back to the old Carolina Panthers, boy.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I say this: it ain't going to take place in 1 year.
It's not.
Because we've got too many holes.
This 3-4 got too many holes. It's clearly not working. It's not going to work.
Hey Howard, if you want to use a point of reference that makes sense, look at the Hornets. Okay, I'm going basketball, because if you look at what the Hornets have done, they have clearly revitalized their entire roster. Them dudes look legit. They did it. But look. Here's the reason I bring that up. They have a rookie head coach, and our new guy, Lee. He's pretty good, and they know how to draft. They got Jordan out of there. They say, all right, this dude don't know how to build a team. They brought in Plotkin and Rich and all those dudes, and they start building a good roster. And now, hey man, we got some dogs on that team. Even our bench guys are looking really, really good. So you think about what we can do here If we can just install the right personnel grouping around this philosophy and get a good quarterback, that's how it all starts. You have to have a good quarterback first. Get good quarterback. I say evaluate Jack Plummer. Give him one good game or two to see what he's got. And hey, man, you never know. He might end up being a Brock Purdy-esque type of dude. You never know.
Oh yeah.
You just got to see what he can do.
I agree, man.
Because ask yourself this question: If your boy Trey Lance never gets hurt, would we ever know what Brock Purdy was capable of?
No.
Like really? See, and that's what I'm saying. So you got to kind of look at those little small nuances and takeaways and try to determine whether or not it's worth giving him a shot. At this rate, if Bryce thinks it up tomorrow and maybe the next game, you got to realistically give Plummer a shot to see what he's got in him before you start looking to draft somebody. Just give him a chance.
Well, I hear people, they automatically, Jack Plummer is garbage. You're like, geez.
How do you know that? He ain't played a full NFL game yet. It's impossible to know that. It's impossible to know that. He hasn't
they say
a regular season game yet.
Then here's Bryce Young stinking up all over the place, but you want to call Jack Plummer garbage because Bryce ain't did what he was supposed to do.
Let me ask you something, Howard. Last week, how did you think Bryce Young looked against that defense last week? What would you say?
Same, man. He did. He looked the same, man. Shit. I don't know, man. It's hard. I mean, he threw the touchdown, then he got the garbage touchdown, and that's just there's no defenses there, to even play anything because they already got the game won.
Now I ask you that question because obviously he's playing a top-ranked defense last week, right? He started against a top-ranked defense.
Yeah.
Now, if he can't come out, now this is what I'm saying. If he can't come out in this game where you're facing a team that's almost identical to us, worse. If you can't put up better numbers against them, and you had mildly pedestrian numbers against the Broncos, if you can't come out and put up a above average game against the Saints, brother, it's definitely time to start Jack Plummer, man. Seriously, that's how I'm using it as a measuring stick.
I notice things, man. Them defenses, when they see Bryce Young, they just get amped up. They get lit up, like you know what I'm saying?
And they keep going back to that single high safety too.
Single high safety.
They went back to it again last. I said, God, they still don't respect this people.
They don't respect him, man, at all, bro. They
don't. Going back to it.
Yeah.
God dang, Bryce, you can't even get. Because look at how Bo Nix, the way he ran the offense, man. He's a rookie. He didn't look well the first few games, but look how he was rolling out of the pocket, man, with that strong arm on the run. Just boom, it's hitting that tight end in stride every other play. We need something like that. We need a system that we can get Bryce on something like that, man, or whoever they're going to play. But we're going to get traction. We need traction. In order to get that traction, we need to see what these guys can truly do.
Bryce,
and I think he ain't gonna be able to do it. So you gotta go ahead and look at Jack Plummer, man. Give him a shot.
Jack Plummer is like 6'6", man. 6'5".
For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think when we having these conversations about Plummer, I think we're forgetting the display of production that Jack Plummer gave in the preseason. You feel me? So when I sit back and I look at Plummer, I say I really don't know what we're going to get out of Plummer, and I can't even say that it's even going to be better. I can't say that because he didn't wow anything inside of any games.
Well, let's go back to the play. Let's go back to the play calling, man.
What's up, Leo? Hold on. What's up, Leo?
What's
Leo?
up, What's up?
What's happening, man?
Not much. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Carolina, Lou, don't win no more games. Don't win no more. Just draft Miami quarterback, sit him down. That's it. The dude is amazing. Out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all know the stat line today, but go look at his stats.
I saw him today, boy. I was looking at it, talking to PPP them. The score is like 53 to. Go ahead.
And let me ask. I don't know if y'all watch college football. I'm assuming y'all do. I'm gonna ask anybody. Please tell me how Shedeur Sanders is better than Jackson Dart. I just want to know how he's better than him.
Hey, that's hard, man. That's very hard. I'm not, listen, when it comes down to Shador, only thing I can say is he does some of the things that I think you guys like, and it's that pocket quarterback thing. He does try to stay in the pocket and throw the ball. That's all I can say.
Duke today?
Yeah, they beat the hell out of Duke, man.
Yeah, 53-31.
I was watching it, talking to you guys. The game just went off not too long ago, but yeah, that guy's good.
Who beat Duke?
Huh?
Miami beat Duke.
Oh, Miami, the Hurricanes.
Oh, okay, Miami. Okay, yeah.
They're undefeated, man.
Wow.
Let me see here.
They're undefeated.
Let me ask you a question, PPP.
What's up, man?
So let me ask you this. So do you believe with the way that we lay it out right now? Okay, so you look at Jack Plummer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that looking at how Brock Purdy came in, if they would have never gave him a shot, what do you think? Well, I mean, like, can you get a serious evaluation based upon the way that he played when they actually gave him a shot versus like a Jack Plummer? Because nobody knew. I guarantee nobody in San Francisco knew that Brock Purdy was going to look like that.
How did Brock Purdy look during the preseason that year?
I don't even remember.
I can't even remember. I can't remember
tell
that,
you, brother. I wish I knew, because that's why I was asking you. Because maybe you
did he even play the preseason?
I don't know, man. I don't know if he did or didn't.
I can't remember. Let me see. Okay, so real quick, I see the stat line for Cam Ward today: 25 for 41, 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Dang.
Yeah. Yep.
Cam Ward, boy.
Yeah.
Maybe the answer's in the new Cam. Maybe that's a new Cam.
Hey, man. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to look at it. I mean, they play Duke today. Let me see what Duke was today. I think this is Malik Murphy, 25 for 41, 325. Okay, I mean, it's not really slouch. I mean, they
not good. Now, brother, go look at Jackson Dart's stat line today.
What's his name?
Jackson Dart. He been playing the SEC the last 3 years now. He ain't playing against no scrubs now. Go look at his stat line today, brother.
Okay. Hey, Leo,
yes,
let me ask you something, brother.
Mm-hmm.
If you were the GM of the Carolina Panthers and you had the first pick overall, what quarterback would you take next season? Who would you get in the draft?
Cam Ward. I'm drafting Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
Okay, Jackson Dart. They play Arkansas today. Let me see. Ole Miss versus Arkansas.
That quarterback for the Gators, that leg way, he's not bad at all. He's all right.
Okay.
Not bad.
Player stat: Jackson Dart went 25 for 31. God dang, 515 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Now, this is second game. Bro. This is second time this year thrown 500 yards.
No. Who is this dude?
Jackson Dart.
Who is he? Like,
he like 6'3". He a white dude. He can run. He mobile.
Yeah.
The first game of the year they played against somebody. The first game they played, I forgot who they played this year. You know, this guy had 400 yards passing in the first half. 400 in the first half. And this
he's a senior. 6'2", 225.
Man. 400 in the first half?
Bro, 400 in the first half. I don't know who they played against. I forgot.
I'm firing everybody.
I forgot who they played. I was like, this is crazy. 400 in the first half.
Oh, I'm firing the whole defense. Man, everybody on the defense got to go.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't got no problem against standards. It is what it is. But all this hype, it's as we've been saying Fugazi for a long time. It's all Fugazi. It's BS. It's some quarter. I bet Kendall and another guy on Black Cat podcast. I bet them 50 apiece that Sanders go in the second round. He won't be a first round pick.
Ooh,
I bet him 50
boy, that's
apiece.
bold.
That was
that's
a good
bold
fucking
there,
pass,
Leo.
man.
I'm
standing on that. I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that.
Okay.
You think he's gonna come out this year?
Well, who would go? I mean, you talking about 1 through 30? Shit, man. Come on, man.
Okay.
Hey, Leo, you think
Lord,
coming out this year?
Jeez.
You think he's coming out this year, Leo?
Who?
Shador, you think he's gonna stay for another year?
He gonna have to come out this year.
No,
I
this
mean,
was last year, right there.
I think he's
a senior?
he's a senior. He can't play no more.
Oh, okay. I thought it was junior.
Nah, he went to Jackson State for like 2 years.
2 years. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right about that. That is true. Wow, he do got to come out there.
Damn, but Leo, 1 through 30. Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm telling you.
So his 2 worst games was a win against South Carolina, 27-3. And the only reason I say worse was because he had 285 yards passing. Yeah. He had a loss against University of Kentucky, which was 20-17, 18 for 27 for 261 yards. Then he had an overtime loss. I mean, he got the overtime, 29-26, 24 for 42, 284. Other than those
worst games?
Yeah, that's his worst games, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, that's his worst. His worst games are competitive.
Jackson, what'd you say?
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart is spelled Jackson. Yeah, his worst games are competitive games. It's like it ain't no like it's, bro. Like okay, so they won 67-0 the first game they played. I guess that may be Furman. Yeah, that's Furman. Then they played Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, 52-3. Then they played Wake Forest, 40-6. Then they played Georgia Southern Eagles, 52-12. They played University of Kentucky. They lost 20-17. They played South Carolina Gamecocks, 27-3. They lost to LSU, 29-26. That's an overtime game. They played Oklahoma. They won against Oklahoma 26-14, and they played Arkansas 63-31, bro, today.
Pretty good numbers, man. Your boy's competitive is what that's telling me. It's very competitive. He ain't like going down without a fight.
He got 15 touchdowns already. Yeah,
and they ain't blowing, and then nobody's blowing him out. That's the thing.
Carolina Panthers Paul said that he saw a mock draft had Sanders going in the second round. Hey man,
I got $50 on that. Like I said, it ain't no hate. It ain't none of that. It's just me being objective, and I'm just being and all this. I'm like, this is crazy talking about him going number 1 and all that. When they got quarterbacks in college football that are playing phenomenal, that are playing against better competition. And it's not me not saying anything negative about the guy. I'm just going on based upon what I see. And this is just me being objective. I think it's a bunch of BS.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. Numbers like that, I'm gonna have to watch this dude, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch him. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't done no college looking besides watching Colorado a couple of times. I watched Cam Ward in the game probably like about 3 weeks ago, and Ewers get beat a couple of weeks ago. That's about all I've watched in college football. So, yeah, I ain't really got into it yet, but I'm gonna watch this Jackson Dart dude.
Yeah, just I mean, you know, because I like I said, I'd rather watch college football than watch the pros. That's how I've been since I was young. I mean, it's more exciting. I mean, you know, you get a grasp on, you know, what's going on with the team. And also, this is my opinion about Bryce Young. I think it's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors about people looking to trade for this dude. Because there's no way in the world if Justin Fields went for like a 5th or 6th round draft pick, how is Bryce Young, who has no production, going to go for anything higher than a 7th round draft pick? I don't believe it's any truth to it. And then I also read an article also today where Carolina had paid for Deontay Johnson to leave because they ate about $3 million of the money. So we didn't really have any other choices as far as what Baltimore was offering us to get rid of him. So if we couldn't get little or nothing for Deontay Johnson, who's been in the league, who has production, why would one believe that we finna get some trade value for somebody who has little to no production in the NFL? It makes no logical sense. I believe it's all smoke and mirrors, hogwash, stuff created by the media in Bryce Young's favor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think everything about Bryce Young was media made. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
And kind of dealing with the situation right here. It's all.
Can't even argue that. Can't even argue that, man.
Yeah,
I mean, squandered a perfect opportunity, bro. Didn't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we wasted our future, man, because of S2 cognitive tests.
Yeah.
God dang, here we go with that thing.
I ain't never gonna let that go, man.
I mean, it's impossible because it's a fact. It's a point. It's like you would think this guy had all the upside, man. The way that they talked about him and the way they projected him, and some of the things that he did in his. Well, that's Howard's point. If I would say that, I'm gonna make Howard's point. In Alabama, of course, he's gonna do some of those things, right, Howard? But I don't know, man. I like this Cam Ward dude. He looks pretty good, man. I mean, hey.
Put them out there, just throwing them out there with, no top wide receivers and no real tight end option. It's going to hamper his development. So I would just let him sit down and just build the team and just, just let stuff happen organically as opposed to trying to manufacture stuff.
Instead of trying to force it like how we forced Bryce Young into the situation. Yeah. Let me ask y'all this question, and this is hypothetical. I want y'all just strong opinion. Do y'all believe if we would have sat Bryce Young down maybe 2 years, let Andy Dalton play, build his team, and let's say 2025 Bryce Young comes out, do y'all think it would have been better than what we've seen?
I think so. I think it would have been better than what we've seen. You see him? He wasn't ready to start, man. That's obvious. He wasn't ready to start PvP. He was not. David Tepper wanted to make good on the investment. He wanted to get all the fanfare and everybody that was cheering his name and the little pink suit banging the drum when he got out of the limo. The story looked really good. It looked like it was picture perfect. But I think they should have. It would have. They should have sat him for at least a season, at least one. I mean, most of the guys is having all the major production anyway they sat. Think about it.
Who's sitting who? Bryce?
Yeah, it would have been better than what he is now.
If we would have sat Bryce down and not played him last year, maybe play him.
That wouldn't have made no sense.
I would have traded up for him though.
Because he was the first number one overall. I know.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. If you're gonna move up number one, you got to get a surefire guy. You should have went with Stroud if you're gonna do that. But if you're gonna take a guy like I know, but if we would have stayed at 9, we could have easily got Will Levis, man. I mean, he was right there. I mean, we didn't have to do much to get him.
Yeah,
we could have got Will Levis.
You probably could have got Bryce at 9 too.
What's the dude from Tennessee that came out?
Herndon Hooker or whatever his name.
Yeah, Hooker.
Herndon Hooker.
Herndon Hooker. He was there.
Yeah, he was right there.
There's better people there, man.
Hey, do y'all think that Bryce would have been on the board at 9? That's the question I want to ask.
Bryce would have went in the second, third round, boy.
No, I don't think. I think they would have.
Somebody took him.
I don't believe Bryce Young would have been any different sitting him because sitting him was not going to make his arm talent any better. He was not going to be any taller. He was not going to be any faster. Those are his physical. He's physically disadvantaged. He's not like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a supremely gifted athlete at his size. So Bryce Young is not that. So I don't think it'd make a difference.
Leo, who do you think would have took him though? If let's say we would have stayed at 9, and we would just say, okay, we're gonna set our sights on Will Levis. We know he'll be there. We know for a fact Bryce might not be there. We know CJ Stroud's not gonna be there. Who do y'all think would have took him before?
I don't know. Maybe a team.
I believe the Texans would have took Bryce Young.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
There you go, Howard.
Yeah, because I feel opposite about that. I said if we had gotten Shroud, Texans still wouldn't have gotten.
You don't think so? I mean, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
But somebody would have taken him, man. Think about it.
I think they did their homework.
Yeah. That's the inevitable question.
Yeah, who would have took him? I always come back to that because I'm thinking Will Levis had the arm, he had the attitude, he had the cockiness. We could have did very well with it because he kind of reminds me of a Sam Darnold arm type guy. He runs out a little bit. He would have been better than Bryce. He would have had a better season than Bryce did last year.
Yeah. Well, even Will Levis at his, he just got to sit down for a little bit. Like Richardson, they got to sit down. They ain't ready to go right now. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's Richardson's fault, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's all on. I was a I was a Starks fan of this guy, man, but
he pissed me off with that, Leo. What he did.
me too, Howard. I'm like, that's bull crap, man.
I've never seen a quarterback. I've never seen that, man. I just ain't never seen that.
What have you never seen, Howard? What he said?
A QB. No, a QB tapping out of a game, because he tired.
Oh yeah, because he was tired, right?
That was man. Now I'm bragging about you, but you tired. You this specimen, this physical guy. All of a sudden, you tired. All the injuries you done had. Like, what the hell what was that? And now they're punishing you.
He shouldn't. The problem was he should have never said it. He can be tired, but just don't say it. That's all it was, right there. Just don't verbalize it.
Man, that's so rightfully. It's like you giving up on your team with that, and that them little petty things they take that in, and
the thing it was third down. It was third down. Like, you better do something.
He got the first down. The next play would have been a running play by the damn running back. Why you had to come out the game?
Yeah, that's all they had to do. It's just
I don't even understand that. It didn't make no sense.
He has no football IQ, man. None.
He looked like it right there doing that dumb shit, man.
I got another instance. Listen to this. I watched the last drive of the game last week. So they didn't have any timeouts. They were on their own 10. It was like 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I remember that.
He ran the ball like 20 yards, but he did not go out of bounds. He got tackled. Yeah. He didn't even try to run out of bounds. And the commentator was like, why are you not trying to get out of bounds?
What's the point of that? Yeah, what's the point of running that far? You're not going to get out of bounds.
Something ain't right, man.
Something ain't clicking up there, man.
I don't know how I feel about Cam Ward, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you.
You ain't feeling in PPP?
Nah.
You ain't selling your PPP. You ain't buying the tickets right away, brother.
Yeah, I'm not buying that ticket right now. I'm be honest.
Yeah. What's scaring you about him though? What's the qualm? What's the conundrum that you got going on when you look at him?
Man,
I'm not jumping on that Manning stuff either. I'm not listening to that crap. I ain't jumping on that.
Ways away, Howard. He ain't ready to come out yet. He got another year or so.
He ain't all that. He's a running quarterback also too. So
he
Cam Ward. Let me see.
He looked more like Archie than his uncle.
That Manning dude, he couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers in 2 years. And when he come and play, he don't do nothing but run the ball. They got NFL players out there on the field. He's not taking advantage of them. There's a reason why he's not starting over Quinn Ewers.
Oh, you talking about Peyton Manning? Oh, yeah. Arch Manning. Yeah. It's just a name for him. That's all.
The McDonald's Arch of the family.
And the dude from Tennessee, he ain't thrown a touchdown in the game about 4 games. Like, he averaging barely a touchdown a game. Like, it ain't. I mean, this is his sophomore year, so. But I need to see more people talking about waiting on him. Like, okay, you wait if you want to.
Well, you know what, Cam Ward with a Jalen Coker and with a Xavier Legette, with that offensive line that we got, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want a quarterback that's a scramble first quarterback. I want someone that's gonna sit in the pocket and throw the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what
if you like that PPP, and Leo's not gonna like it, then you're gonna like Shador.
Oh,
you're gonna like Shador. See, because you can
PPP. Let me just say this to you, brother. If you can't throw for 400 yards, 350 a game running the ball. He only averaged about 30 yards rushing the game. He's a scrambler. He's a playmaker. Now, he takes a lot of risks, but, that's the only thing. But, I mean, it is what it is. But he's a pocket passer. He stay in the pocket. He don't run. He only averaging like 30 yards a game rushing, if that. He gets the first down. He don't run to try to get no touchdown.
Let me ask you, Leo. Is Shador a pocket quarterback?
Shador Sanders is a pocket quarterback, but I mean, but he's not. Shador Sanders is 6'1". He's not 6'2". He only 6'1". He's not tall as they try to make it out. To be a pocket quarterback, you got to be at least 6'3" or better. to be standing in the pocket throwing the ball, because you have to be able to see over the offensive lineman and see down the field.
Yeah, I
got a solution.
Cam Ward is a pass first quarterback. He is.
Hey, let me offer this solution, guys. What do y'all think about this? Now, this is something I had my eye on since the beginning of the preseason. Why not just go after one of these guys that's already on a roster that's showing himself that's not getting ample playing time because someone else is in front of him, like Joe Milton? Go out and trade for a guy like that. Get him from the Patriots.
Milton is not accurate. Joe Milton is Anthony Richardson, who can't. He just can't run. Joe Milton played when he was at Tennessee last year. They hated that guy because he couldn't. Joe Milton got a cannon, but he's not accurate at all. Go look at the film on Joe Milton when he was in Tennessee.
What about my guy in Detroit, Hooker? We were just talking about him. He's a 4-year guy. He didn't even have the option. We can get him for nothing.
Would y'all entertain a Trey Lance?
No,
I would. You wouldn't?
Trey Lance is no good. He's not good.
He's not good? Okay.
No. Trey Lance is not good. No.
Oh, Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, all he can do is run.
Go get him. Leo, go get Hendon Hooker then. What do you think about that?
I like Hooker.
If you're not drafting no quarterback, but Hendon Hooker is not better than Cam Ward. Hendon Hooker is not better than nobody in college football right now. That's to go.
Hey, maybe not, but guess what? It's not going to cost us anything hardly to get him because look, he's going to be on a 4-year deal. He's not even an option. So if you go out and put a deal together for him, you don't give up a draft pick, a major draft pick for him in the first round or something like that.
But I'm saying if you still got the number 1 pick, you saying
right.
If we got the number 1, if we don't, you saying if we don't have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, we don't have the number 1 pick.
If we don't have the number 1 pick.
Right.
I mean, I guess so. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Because look, if we don't have the number 1 pick, then obviously you're not going to get one of those top guys anyway. We're going to probably be gone by the time you can do it. And then you got to give up the farm to move up to get them. We already went through that.
That
didn't work out so well. No, so that's what I'm saying. And you got Hendon Hooker. He's sat a couple years or by then, 2-3 seasons. So you're getting somebody that's healed up. He's sat. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like Trey Lance.
I mean, but is he better than Jack Plummer? So I don't know.
That's what we don't. That's what I'm saying. That's what we don't know.
I feel like Trey Lance deserves another shot, man. I think Trey Lance is all right now, but
Howard, go look at Trey Lance's last preseason game. Howard, do me a favor.
It was terrible. I saw it was terrible, man.
Okay, Howard. So what you talking about?
I just think he got this. I think he's 6'4".
He could run. That's it. He could run.
So he's like Kaepernick all over again.
He can run. He's a better passer than Kaepernick, but that's not saying much. Kaepernick was a better runner than him. Kaepernick, he got lightning in the bottle. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kaepernick made plays. I'm not even comparing. No, Howard. No, it's not the same play. Kaepernick made plays when they need to be made. I'm not even going. I'm not even going to desiccate him, dude, because he couldn't make it to the Super Bowl being no scrub. So he made plays when it need to be made. So I'm not even gonna do the man like that.
Right.
So do y'all think we need more of a pocket passer than a guy that can scramble if necessary, or would you guys go with a straight pocket passer?
It got to be 60-40, something like that. Pocket.
I need 70-30.
70-30. That's fine too, man.
He don't want to want Cam. He don't want Cam no more.
Nah, in order to win in the NFL, you gotta be able to read the defense.
Facts.
Man, you gotta be able to read the defense, throw the ball down the field, man. I mean, running around ain't gonna get you nowhere, man.
That's where we at right here, guys.
It's exciting, but it ain't gonna do nothing for you, man. Long term.
Right now.
What do you think about Plummer, Leo?
Well, see, now that's what we need to try.
See him play, man. I hope they put him in at least.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I hope they put him in. I mean, Bryce gonna suck so bad, man. They gonna have to put him in.
Give him one good game. Look, I said this. If Bryce comes out, let's say his first half looks like the Saints game of the first week. If he looks like that in the first half, it looks like you gotta pull him out and put Plummer in there.
You gotta pull the dude out, man.
You gotta do it. Don't even put Andy Dalton back in there. Just insert Plummer, man, and just go with him.
You would have thought that after last week elevating Plummer to number 2, that they would have kept it the same. You feel me? But
they had him on the sideline. He was on the sideline.
He was, but why won't they do it? It's
They creeping up. They creeping up. They gave way for the fans to boo Bryce. but they love that dude so much they're not even gonna boot him, man. It's crazy, man. The dude could be doing bad. Oh, it ain't his fault. Like, oh my God.
The thing he did very well here, Leo, in Charlotte is he made himself very likable. So the fan base likes him a lot. Like he can run over your grandma in his car.
Yeah, you know what I do? I hate
regardless of winning. Don't matter if we win.
Everybody on that offense takes a discredit because of Bryce. They'll say, "Well, he's on a trashy team." Like, come on, man. He's one of the trashiest people on the team.
Hey,
that's the problem.
I'm not gonna lie. If Bryce Young gets traded somewhere else and he starts balling,
that's the part that scares me.
Man,
I mean, at PvP, let me ask you this though. When do you see him balling? Like, can he throw? Is Bryce Young the same type of football player as little man who played for Arizona? Is that the same football player?
Kyler Murray.
Are they the same?
No.
So what leads you to believe that he would do better anywhere else? Because he don't have the same physical capacity. Because if we're comparing people, him and Kyler Murray is comparable, but there's a stark difference. There's a night and day difference from player. So when people say if Bryce goes somewhere to do better, there's no way he could do better because he doesn't have the physical capacity to be better.
What if he does though, Leo?
That's what I'm saying. What is scares me?
It's really.
But this is what I'm saying to y'all, brother. It's like comparing a Beetle to a Lambo. It doesn't matter. It's still a Beetle. A Lambo is a Lambo. A Beetle is a Beetle. It'll never be different. It'll never be different.
Yeah, I got you.
If it does happen though, Leo, PPP is going to be right. Hey, we're going to all be like, "What the?" If it happens, I'm not saying it's going to.
He's a bust. He's a bust.
I mean, anything can happen. I mean,
Bryce Young take the Tennessee Titans to the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, I'm blowing Tennessee up. Bro.
I mean, that.
You're gonna shut the whole stadium down.
Yeah, I'm shutting the whole stadium down, man. I'm going
I'll be with you, brother.
I'm going in with a white Bryce. I'm like, man, why you ain't do that over here with us?
Bryce ain't.
I mean, unless Tennessee draft. Okay, you know what? I can see that happening. Unless Tennessee draft Ohio State wide receiver in 2 years, Jeremiah Johnson. Unless they get Quinshawn Johnson. Unless they get the dude from Boise State, and they get the left tackle from Texas, and the tight end from Penn State, then maybe he might be better. But those individuals are the top players coming out in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years. So maybe if that happens. That's why
he's not going to flourish nowhere.
Leo, you just built the whole team around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got all-star players around him. You got everybody.
Dang.
That's the only way I could see him being good like that. Like, to the point you're talking about being concerned about him. I don't see it happening, man. This dude ain't gonna be in the NFL in 2 years, man. I'm telling you.
Wow. So, Leo, let me ask you a question. Do you think the Carolina Panthers are tanking?
Yeah. They done. Winning is not a priority this year. Evaluating players is what they're doing now. Trying to get Xavier Legette, get his hands together, catching the ball, getting the offensive line together, getting Brooks some reps, and seeing what they got in Jack Plummer. They done with Bryce. They already know what they got in Bryce. Jack Plummer gonna play for about 2 weeks.
This ain't nothing but a glorified practice. That's all.
Yeah. This practice.
Yeah.
We practice for other teams. Yeah, we done.
But check it out. But here's another thing though. Now we haven't had an opportunity to see this, but let's say they do elevate Brooks and he starts. He ain't gonna start over Chuba Hubbard right now. But if he plays and he actually spells some of that pressure, that could be a different look with a running back that has that type of capability. It can make Bryce look a little bit better.
No, Bryce will mess him up, man.
You think so?
Bryce will mess him up.
No, I'm saying not Bryce throwing him the ball, although he could. I'm saying with the threat of him being there, it gives a little bit of a relief to him for the pressure.
I just wait. I let him come in and play here and there, but I keep Bryce away from him. I don't put him around none of that shit, man. Keep him out of the way of that, man.
You do know that he and Jatavion Sanders were teammates in college, right? Did you know that?
Yeah. Sanders got to get his mind right or something. I don't I don't
Nah, he
understand.
a rookie, man. He just need to take the ball. He a rookie. I mean, he all right. He ain't horrible.
He just I don't like his attitude.
He undersized to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Should be a wide receiver.
Nah, he weigh like 250. He don't be a wide receiver.
He's like 6'4". He's big.
Yeah, he big. He's like 6'4".
He looks small on TV, man. I ain't gonna.
Nah, because he's not wearing all the pads. He not wearing a lot of pads. That's what it is. He don't have a lot of pads. But he's 6'4", 250.
He's like 6'4".
I'm glad we went ahead and activated Jordan Matthews because
Jordan Matthews playing in a long time in the NFL, a long time.
Yeah,
I remember Jordan Matthews getting drafted out of Vanderbilt, and he was a wide receiver. I was like, is that the same Jordan Matthews?
Didn't he play the Eagles?
Yeah, he played exactly. He got drafted by the Eagles.
Yeah,
a long time
I was like,
ago.
this dude's still in the NFL.
That's what I said. I'm like, he got like what, about 15 seasons
at least. I'm like, Jordan Matthews from fucking a long time ago.
Him and Cox came the same year or something like that, didn't
he? Fletcher Cox.
Yeah,
that's been like a long time. I mean, I said that can't be the same guy.
Man. That's funny.
That can't be the same guy though. That's got to be the
same dude.
Man.
I'm telling you,
that's
Jordan Matthews. Yeah, got drafted by the Eagles, number 81.
Huh?
Who you thought that was?
Man, listen, man.
Got more gray in his beard than I do.
I tell you one thing. He ain't doing us no good on the practice squad.
Not at all. That dude's a good player, man. He got speed and size.
Veteran and everything else, man.
Yeah, man.
Put him out there, man. At least do something because you're not looking competitive.
Yeah, you want to stay with Tommy Tremble, who I think should be traded or cut.
Yeah. Tremble. I don't know what Tremble's doing.
Tremble is.
I like Tremble. I like Tremble.
I like him.
I like Tremble.
I like him.
Me too.
I want players.
I think he just got hurt that last time. That was a good hit.
They just need somebody to get Tremble the ball. Carolina ain't had no real quarterback in years.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, so PPP, I'm surprised you didn't say Ian Thomas. That's what I thought you was doing.
He got to go. He got to go.
Yeah.
He can't block.
He got to go.
He can't catch. He can't.
Well, PPP, now you said.
I know. I said that. I know. That was all the reason. That was the only reason why I want the guy to stay on the team.
Move his ass to the right tackle or some left tackle.
Yeah, no, put that nigga on hotel duty.
Yeah.
The only thing he succeeded in is outrunning the cops on a dirt bike. That was about it.
I'll trade him and see what I get for him. You might get a 6 for him or something.
Absolutely nothing. He ain't got no business playing on nobody's team.
I'll try it.
There's no value in that dude. Only on our team. He must be. His grandmother must work for David Tepper or something because that's the only reason he's playing. His grandmother, somebody working at Tepper Industries, because there's no way in the world this dude should be on an NFL team.
Antonio.
What's up, Antonio?
Yeah.
What's up, Antonio?
You need to be on
free.
I
appreciate y'all. I'm listening, brothers. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Leo. Appreciate
you.
All right, Leo. Be good, Leo.
All right, you too, brother.
PPP, I'm going to holler y'all, fellas. Man, y'all hold them down.
Yeah, man.
All right, Howard.
Hey, I'm about to go, man. It's a beautiful Saturday.
PPP.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Let me tell you something funny before you jump off, brother, that you're going to laugh about. So I was like online the other day, and I got a message from David Tepper. No lie. I'm not lying to you, man. I said, what is this? And it wasn't necessarily him, but it's his company. They actually approached me to want me to work with them in terms of buying and trading stock information. So I'm like, what is this?
Oh, word. Okay.
They sent me some kind of, I'm like, this can't be real David Tepper, but it was he partnered with some company that reached out to me.
What?
And they wanted, I am not lying to you, man. And I was like, this got to be a joke. And I checked it all out, man. It was legit.
Wow.
I was like, this is David Tepper has a partnership with this entity, and it's real.
Congratulations, man. We probably
we'll see what
we probably should talk about that offline.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna see what happens with it, though. We're gonna see what goes with it. But
let me go ahead and end the live, man. We can talk, man, for a little bit. Yeah, man. But hey, man, y'all be good. Man. This your boy Demetrius with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast, man. You know what time it is. Let's go, man.
Go.